I always believe that if we continue in the direction of positivity,
yes,
because
love,
look, because you can't save everybody. There's people who's gonna go to heaven if you believe in. There's people gonna go to hell if you believe in that too. Mm-hmm. But there's always two sides of everything. There's gonna be people who's gonna find peace and prosperity over here, and there's gonna people gonna find anarchy and chaos this way. But it's all about how you perceive your life. It's all about what direction you take it. You could go through this door, which is going to be the same constant bullshit, new president, new laws, new bullshit, more poverty, more racism. Or you can go to door number 2 and you can find happiness like on some, like Willy Wonka saying, pure imagination. Real shit. That's the
imagination.
Imagination, because that's the lane I look at. But more, I would like to say, instead of imagination, manifestation, because I manifest that if you put yourself in a positive position, you're going to be in a positive position. You won't even look on the outside.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to what episode is it? 36 of Ruse Radio. Today, we got a special guest with us yet again. Who's our special guest today?
Jay Statz.
Hey, Jay Statz. Now, Jay Statz, tell us a little bit about yourself for anybody tuning into the podcast that might not know who the great Jay Statz is.
What's up, everybody? For those who don't know me, my name is Jay Statz. I'm a Flint native artist. I have a various style of music that I like to put out. A little crazy. Love the entertainment. And yeah, rock out with me.
Yeah! Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you describe that genre as then? Because we were talking beforehand and we were having a little conversation about that.
Don't really have a specific category of where I'm at, but if I had to place myself, it'd be more of like pop rock, trap type style music. So when you hear my type of sound, you would definitely hear all those things incorporated in it.
Okay. And when did you start writing music then? Was that when you were younger, or did that kind of just what did you start making music? Excuse me. What did you start making music for? Is a better question.
I started making music just really for like my friends, and just because I really want the attention aspect of it. I want to be the front guy to just let everybody know, hey, I could do this. This is my talent, and I always loved music, so that right there is really just how I initially started. Me just wanting to be able to show everybody and please the crowd.
And how does that come about then? Were you with a friend and you just start rapping, or were you chilling in your house and you just wrote some bars?
It started at the football games at GB. For those that know me out there, I used to just randomly show up.
Freestyles?
Yeah, just randomly show up. I'll probably be already not even supposed to be there, suspended or whatever when I was younger. I used to just show up. We'd be battling whoever. I'll start freestyling. And I swear to God, anybody who was there who watching this, they already know, like, so many people would just be walking around. Half the people wouldn't even watch the fucking game.
Yeah.
They'd just come just like, what's this crowd?
Well, that's a high school football game right there.
Yeah, they're losing. Let me just go see what a bunch of these guys over here doing. And I would be over there just fucking freestyling, and shit just start taking off. And then I just start coming back every game, and people start to see me like, hey, are you gonna rap today? Are you gonna rap today? I wasn't planning on it, but fuck, I'll do it.
So that became the norm, basically.
Yeah, it became a normal thing. I get asked it, and that shit just kind of like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start taking this serious now.
Okay. That's an interesting origin story right there.
Yeah. Only
started at Grand Blanc football games.
Yep.
Do you remember any of those freestyles? Were they hard, or were they just some kids freestyling? Do you remember? Did you have it then? Did you still have it, or was it developing?
It was. I was saying bullshit. I was fucking trash as an artist.
Maybe it's good those aren't documented. Maybe it's good that they're.
Yeah, I was fucking trash and shit. I'll say some shit like, "I'll fucking kill you right now, bitch. Run up on me, snitch."
And everybody's like, "Oh!" he fucking went there, son.
You put a little bit of facial expression to it, and you just point, and I already looked at, you know what I'm saying? Like I was about to fuck somebody up anyway, so yeah, they went fucking bananas over that shit, man. Fucking bananas.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, that's how it goes. I think freestyling is so different than rapping, and it's like I'm sure you learned that from that experience when you started writing them bars.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you're chilling around a bunch of people and you're just talking shit. I mean, you could say anything.
You could say whatever the fuck you want to say, because at the end of the day, they don't know you, and if they do know you, they might not know what's going to come.
And it's a vibe. Like, you're just vibing. Like, it's not like
totally.
I sat down and wrote this stuff down. It's like I'm just sitting here with all these dudes, and we just going.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just have fun with it. And I tell anybody that, like just have fun with what you do. It's just, it's a crap. I mean, when you're younger, I mean, you're taking that's life or death.
Well, it's so much different around people too. Like if I take a freestyle and I post it online, it's going to be judged so much more critically than if it's like 5 people vibing in a room. Like they don't, if you say anything that's like melodic, they're going to be like, oh, you're just chilling. Yeah. You go online, motherfuckers be like, man, that third bar there, that wasn't really
not that good. You're going to get fucking crucified online and shit.
But they're getting it wrong. Yeah. Freestyling is just, that's not even what freestyling is.
Yeah.
Like freestyling is literally just
what it is, free.
What it is.
Your style, whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get a style and you just let it free.
And boom. Life is a freestyle.
Life is a freestyle.
That's a quote from the great Jackman Raps.
Jackman Raps.
Yes. I when I interviewed him for 60 seconds, I'll never forget. Because he said that like it was like a joke, and he was like, hi, so it was whatever. But he's like, everything's a freestyle. But like, that's a great piece of wisdom right there.
Hell yeah.
I know he believed it. And that it's true. I mean, if you look at life like a freestyle, everything just kind of falls into place. Like, bro, we just rolling. We just rolling, bro.
That's how I look at it too, because everything.
That's what writing is to me. Even it's just freestyling on paper and getting a chance to revise it. Like we're just vibing.
Hell yeah, everything got to flow, man.
Yeah.
Like, and then eventually, the more you do it, you just start coming into your own. You know, you get better, you improve, and then before you know it, now you're probably on URL about to get ready to beat Cassidy.
And you're getting them hate comments already.
Yep.
You got them hate comments right when you started.
Yeah,
that's right away.
There.
If you can't handle those, you might as well just give up.
Yeah.
Them hate comments is coming.
That come with the territory. So anybody who want to do music and you don't got no one hating on you, talking shit, your family's not
you got to get ready.
For all you new artists out there that want to do this shit, best believe, no matter what you post, you get some good news, you release that new song.
Yeah.
For some reason, the fucking culture that I love so much, you get hated on for the most shit. A person who wants to go and play basketball, they don't really get hit like that. But let a motherfucker go in the studio and drop a song, we're getting
You're
crucified.
Right, dude. That is so funny.
We're getting fucking
If you wanted to play like a sport, everyone's going to be like, all right, cool, go for it, man. But you want to like write a rap song, and it's like, wait a minute, bro. That was corny.
That was fucking lame, dude. You're fucking never gonna make it. I'm gonna go do one better just to show them. Like, come on now.
Like, damn, I should have just played football.
I should have just played football. But that's how people psych you out and make you want to give up.
And you know what's also true? I heard this said by a very smart man, and I was like, he's smart, so he would know.
Yeah.
He said that one cannot make money without being controversial.
Ooh, and controversy creates cash.
Yes. And I thought that was genius, because it's like, if you really want success, you have to be willing to endure that type of criticism constantly. Like you have to know that if you believe in what you're doing and you are going against the norm, like that's what's going to break you out. Mm-hmm. But also it's going to bring in all of this like almost warranted hate, because people are going to have an opinion. It's like if you're getting that controversy, if you're getting people to talk,
you're doing something good.
You're doing something.
You're doing something really good.
Good or bad. Like that's why they say good or bad press is good press.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're gonna press somebody. You're gonna rub somebody the wrong way, no matter if it's your wordplay, how you.
That's what the press is. They're just getting pressed all the time.
Yeah. and at the end of the day, because I'll be looking at some people, and without giving any names, they be talking about other artists, and I'll be like, why are you talking about this man or this lady and shit? Like, they're just doing what they're doing. Like, do you even know them like that? But it's just like, you're like, no, I don't like how you move it. Who gives a fuck? Do you focus on you? Stay in your own lane. That's all I do. That's all Jay Statz do. I stay in my own lane. I work on my own stuff. If you cool, I'll fuck with you. You might see my name floating around or affiliated with certain people, but it's only a small handful of people because I'm not just putting everything out there. And then when it is out there, you're like, I don't know this guy, I'm going to hate on him. Or, I know he's cool.
But that's the easiest thing you can do.
Yeah.
People don't get it. Like, that's the easiest thing you could have said, is that this was garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're going to hate on something, at least tell me why it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, at least give me a good reason.
And then, and even if it is, who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day,
some people do though. They let it get to their head, and they don't like that. Those are the people that it's like make or break. I think.
Oh yeah,
you know?
it is a lot of people who just be like, oh, I don't like how that sounds. I see what you were trying to do there.
But like then the artist will hear that and they'll be like, are they right? Are they right?
Yeah.
Like, am I really trash?
Yeah. See, Here,
could you pull that mic a little closer?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Live. You got that stand, baby.
There we go. Bam,
bam.
Y'all got
but yeah,
that.
It really is like, you know. I think that there's this thing that comes with being an artist. You have to have this like unfiltered honesty with yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be true in your art, you have to be true to yourself.
No doubt.
Because if you can't handle that, like if someone tells you something and it's like it gets in your head and you're like, wait a minute, are they right? Are they right? You have to be able to say like, no, like I know what this is. I made it. It's right there in front of me. Like I made it.
Yeah.
I told this story in my last podcast, but I'll tell it again because it's really like, I remember being in high school and there was a poetry class and the poetry teacher was an English teacher. And so in the class, I'm a poet. Like I know what poetry, like I've been doing this, okay? And so I was excited. And we're like, I'm using all these like prompts as inspiration. I'm writing bars. Like every poem I did was a rap. That was like my thing. And then she treated it like an English class. She wanted it to be where now, after you write your poems, you're going to show your poems to these other kids, and these other kids are going to tell you what you could revise.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think poetry is, lady?
Yeah.
And I just found that to be the strangest thing to me because, like, and it's, I don't know. I don't think poetry or art is meant to be revised in such a way.
Yeah.
Like, you make something, and then you let it be what it is.
It's your own.
You can like fix it up,
yeah.
but only if it's in you that's like nagging at you, like, oh, this could be better.
Yeah.
But not if somebody tells you, like, unless it was what you needed to push you, and you know it could be better. But it's like you don't just take what other people say and like think they're right.
Yeah.
You know as an artist that what you're doing is true.
Yeah.
So I think that's like that experience really kind of carved this thing in my brain. Like, oh, people really be out to get my art.
Yeah.
Like they be out to get me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And
they want to fix it.
And there's always people who's going to try to critique the format of it. Like, oh, it has to be in proper rhyme scheme or the right type of stanzas and all type of shit. But at the end of the day, I made it. It came from my heart. It came from my head. I put it out there. You're going to have to accept this shit at the end of the day, because this is what molds me. This what makes me the artist. This what makes me the poet. This what makes me the person I am. How you know not me just expressing myself like this doesn't branch me off to something bigger and further than I could imagine. Just because you let me express my creativity, it's like having a child and they're just coloring outside the lines, but then grows up to be a big-ass painter and really starts doing this shit. Let them experience stuff.
Well, and a lot of creators or artists or innovators or entrepreneurs aren't successful for a long time. And you know they were told no a million times.
Yeah.
I mean, and like someone like Elon Musk I respect so much because he's made it to this point where he's always been this person, and it makes them angry that he's this person. Like, they would rather him be the guy that does stay in that box and doesn't go do Joe Rogan and doesn't, like, say ridiculous things on Twitter. It actually infuriates people who would like this form of like of organization, I suppose, when things aren't really that way. Like anybody can be anybody, and you just get to that point where you can be yourself. Like he could do those things, and people have always talked shit, and he just keeps doing them, and it just goes to show the nature of the world. You can't be Elon Musk and not have people talk shit. It's just the way it is. Yeah. So, and it's like what I was saying before about being successful. Like it takes controversy. Like you have to be willing to put up with the fact that if I just make this joke, it's probably gonna make some people mad. Yeah. But that's fine because it's a joke, and I know it's a joke, and everything's gonna be fine. And it makes you more respectable in the end. Like when you're willing to just say what's on your mind, and not reserve that. Be it in your art, be it in a podcast, be it in any format, really. I think there's just something about being honest. It's like what I was saying before. It's essential to just human interaction. You feel something when someone is honest.
Hell yeah, just be yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody tries to be something they're not, and then that comes more often than a lot of people would think. Be yourself.
Yeah.
This who you are. If you a person that talk shit, you talk shit like we was talking about with Charlemagne. That motherfucker talk shit. People talk shit about him, but you don't see other people just sitting there and be like, well, so you should change. You should be a little bit more considerate and nice. Like, nah. Be your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? I respect a person a lot more for being themselves. You an asshole, you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying? At least I know that's what you is.
And it's, you know what you're walking into.
Yeah, I know what I'm walking into. It's the devil I know that compared to the devil I don't know.
That's a great way to put it, too.
Yeah.
Because that's true. That's very true. It's like, that's a very good way I like the way you just put that there.
I put words together pretty good.
You put words together pretty good, man.
Nicely, you know.
I'm proud of you. That was some smart stuff you just said.
I'm getting a trophy out of this shit.
But for real, I think it's like you ain't gotta lie to kick it, you know? Like people just like genuine personality, and it's also what was it you just said again? Do you remember?
Not the devil rather the devil you know, the devil you don't know.
Wow, that's really smart. That's a really good way, because it's almost like if you know someone is being genuine, it's like that innate thing I was talking about. Like, if I just feel that you're not being genuine, I could still roll with that, but it's just a different interaction now. It's like, it's a devil I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's a devil I know, like if somebody, like, if I know this dude is just like fucking chilling and he just says some wild ass shit, I'll just be like,
I know.
I don't care. But if he's like out there, I might be a little bit concerned. Like if he was acting all completely different 5 minutes ago, and now he's just talking shit. It's like, wait a minute, who are you though?
It's like you like this guy just take on like
and
this.
Some people are like that. Some people really are, where you think you know somebody, and then they just like, whoa, wait a minute, maybe I don't know you.
It's like they take on like this enigma type persona, and you don't really get it at first. It's like, so I don't know, you were just like that, but it's always a mystery.
Yeah, and
it's always a mystery.
I like to think that I'm good at this. Like, I like to think I'm like spiritually inclined. Like, I can read people out pretty good, but sometimes you really don't know.
You get a motherfucker off the wall, and maybe he just had a bad trip.
But you were bros for like 2 weeks. yeah, right.
He had a bad trip. That wasn't real me. I was fucked up.
But you're like sitting there thinking like, damn, bro. Like, he talked about my mom though.
Yeah, like,
he talked about my mom.
My mama did. I gotta cut you. That's the rule. Bernie Mac.
Next morning, I was tripping, bro.
I was tripping, bro. Like, I'm about to fuck you up.
All right, man. All right. I don't think we can hang out anymore.
Yeah, man. I don't think we can be friends. When you smack my granny wig off.
Smack my granny, dude. Like, do you remember last night?
You pissed on my cat.
Now that's a devil you don't know.
Yeah, like,
that's a devil you don't know right there.
Like, what the fuck did he do to you?
Bro, who are you, man?
Yeah, when it's shit like that, man, I can't.
That is pretty funny.
I'm not high right now. But yes.
Some people really do be like, it's like, it sounds like a joke. It really does. But there's a guy out there who it's like, you're endangering yourself by smoking crack with him. I'm telling you, don't smoke crack with Daryl. Yeah. Don't do it, because Daryl's got some demons.
Stranger fucking danger when you see
Stranger
shit.
Danger with Daryl.
When you see shit like that. Fuck yeah.
And it's
Fuck
that's kind of why I am such a perfectionist and I like to do things myself, because I know myself so well.
Yeah.
And other people are just so capable of just like amazing me.
Yeah.
People just do things I wouldn't do. And I just go, wow.
Yeah, did you really fucking do that?
Did you really do that?
Like,
and it makes me think, like, I'm glad that I'm just on top of my own thing. Like, I'm glad I know what I'm doing.
Some people just don't give a fuck. And when they got that I don't give a fuck mindset, it's like, it's one thing, like, I got that I don't give a fuck mindset, but when you got somebody who just, you
they
know
legitimately don't.
Yeah, they
you think you don't, but then you meet a guy who really don't.
Yeah.
And he'll pee on your cat.
like you really just do that?
And he's like looking at you crazy eyed.
Yeah,
and you're like,
dare you to like
I saw this video on the internet where there was this girl and she had this phone and she was pointing her phone to her car and there was a naked Mexican man on top of her car.
Oh wow.
And she must have never experienced anything like this, because of course what you do is you have to get the man off your car.
Yeah, somehow.
I don't know how, but I mean, the mom comes out, Mexican man's clearly on drugs, and he's like, he gets in the house somehow, and he's just running around their house naked on their couch, like flipping out.
No shit.
Yeah, and then this girl's just like looking at her like, Mom, what do we do? And it's like, first thing you should have done is not open the front door.
Yeah.
Like, why did you? He's on drugs.
He's a Mexican guy on drugs.
He's a naked Mexican man on drugs that was just standing on your car.
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
But you see, I feel like people just don't. Some people just go into these situations and they just don't understand the world. Really does have crazy people in it. Like she probably thought I could handle this. Like, I could get off my car, please. Yeah, that did not work.
You can't always go into situations thinking you can fucking handle it, because you never know.
You have to grab like a weapon and like just run at him and go, get out of here, go.
It's just like the story I was telling you when I got high and I walked in and jumped in somebody else's car.
Exactly.
And they knew how to get me out. Hey boy, get your ass up out of here. Like that woke me up kind of quick. I'm like, hey, take it easy.
You're like, whoa.
Wait a minute, like I'm getting out, but everybody has their different ways of handling shit.
That was probably the right approach. And then you realized that you had probably done something that you maybe should not have done.
Yeah, I had fucked up.
It was in this moment he knew that he had fucked up.
I had fucked up because when I looked up.
You should really give more context to this story. If you're just gonna say, I was in a stranger's car.
Okay, let me break down and explain to y'all. This is why I don't smoke weed. So for like everybody who's always asked me, hey, you want to hit this? Hey, you want to smoke? And why I haven't smoked in a long time? Because I got high with a friend, and I know he's probably going to see this shit and fucking laugh and comment.
You were there.
Yes,
you were there, sir. You remember.
And I got really high, and I think I was supposed to have been going to maybe get some food for us and get some fucking fresh air, because we were fucking so much smoke in this fucking apartment. I walk outside, thinking I'm about to go to my car. Not only did I not go to the closest car because I'm so fucked up, but I go to the furthest fucking car down the subdivision.
Your car was closer to you.
Yeah, my car.
But you walked past it.
I walked past my car, went far down the other block of the subdivision.
Like, who knows what was just going on in your brain as you're walking?
I
You're
don't
just
even
walking.
know. I was a zombie that day.
Right.
I managed to find a black Impala that looked just like mine.
Conveniently,
it was unlocked too.
Yeah, there you go.
Opened it, sat in there, closed the door and everything. Realized I didn't have my keys with me, so I sat there even longer. Like, maybe I lost it inside the fucking car, So I'm looking around, and then everything's going slow now, so I'm just chilling. And I'm I'm in the car for like about a good 15 minutes at this point. I hear.
Bear in mind, he had drank a little bit before he had smoked. So he's not just. Yeah, that really does play into this. Like, I bet you somebody who's just super stoned would have been paranoid as shit. But like a drunk stoned guy, they're just cruising down.
Yeah, it was absolute. It was fucking absolute.
It was absolute.
I'm never fucking again. I tell you that. So I'm hearing someone like, "Hey, girls, somebody in your car."
Was this midday too?
It was like evening, so it's like
okay, so it's still right outside and everything.
Yeah, it was one of those like
they
cloudy,
just saw you walk right up to their car, probably.
Yeah,
they saw you get right in.
Cloudy, rainy day type shit. She's thinking like, is that your baby daddy? Like first they're probably thinking that.
They thought you were they thought you were supposed to be there.
Yeah, they thought I'm supposed to be there. That's probably why they let me sit in there a little bit long. And then next thing you know, I just seen a girl come up. She grabs me by my shirt.
That's not baby daddy.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy.
Like, what the fuck you doing up in my car, motherfucker? Get your black ass out of here, man. And they just grabbing me and shit. And I'm just, hey, take it easy. And then I just seen from, I'm guessing her brother, a whole bunch of other big crazy motherfuckers, they're taking their shirts off.
Oh my God.
So we're all arguing. I have to stand my ground because where the fuck am I going to go? I can't run. That's not an option. I didn't mention I didn't have my shoes on. So I'm fucking just barefooted now like fucking Fred the Flintstone. I see my homeboy and shit. He like, hey man, what the fuck you doing? I thought you supposed to be leaving, get the food or something. I said, some dude, I don't know where my car at. He said, motherfucker, the car right here. He's yelling all the way down the other townhouse and shit. So he comes down there, fucking resolves it. Guy says, hey, man. He looking in the car, make sure I ain't taking another guy. Like, man, you high the motherfucker. I need to smoke with you. What you smoking and shit.
He was about to fight you 5 minutes before.
Yeah. So my homeboy, he was like, man, he said, we get back in the house, everything's all settled now. He looks at me, he says, man, motherfucker, man, you got me a couple of sales today and shit. You did the most dumbest high shit so bad, motherfuckers want to be like you right now.
So he turned that negative into a positive.
Yeah.
He made some sales.
He said, I will buy you, motherfucker. He said, pizza's on me then, motherfucker. Pizza's on me.
It's even better that you were going to get food. Like, that's where you were going. They said, hey, bro, go get some food. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, okay. That was a mistake. They clowned me the whole fucking night. That's all I heard. They was like, so, babe, you know where your car at? I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. I know where the fuck it's at now.
Dude, where's my car?
Yeah, literally, it was like one of those fucking.
That was literally what your moment was.
I was
dude, where's my car?
Ashton Kutcher. That fucking day, it was on a fucking Tuesday, so yes.
That could have went so much worse too.
Yeah,
You could have just got they could have thought you were stealing the car. They could have actually tried to fight you, but instead,
I could have got shot.
Sales were made.
Could have got fucked up. Yeah, hell yeah, because I know if I look outside, my girl tell me, hey, who's this motherfucker in the car? I'm probably gonna go out there with my gun. You know what I'm saying? We gonna handle business.
Exactly. It's like we got a situation on our hands.
I think they just looked in my eyes like something ain't right.
They looked at your feet and saw no shoes.
They probably thought I was a fiend. They thought I was on some real ass shit.
They probably were like, "What is he on?
What happened to this
man?" And then your friend said weed, and they were like, "Can I get some of that?"
Yeah, like, so man, well, you sure did that? Whatever he had, you gonna give me, because I want to wake up and go to a different car that I thought was mine too.
I'll drink what he's drinking.
Yeah, I'll drink. Yeah, like I'll have what he's having.
That was literally it.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny that it went from like them taking their shirts off about to scrap, like, whoo. Man, I mean, that's some hood justice right there.
Yeah.
They're about to have some hood justice, and then it turned into, it's a misunderstanding. You were just really high.
I was just really fucking high, so.
And that is what made this man slow down.
Yeah,
don't do kids drugs.
That's the way he said. Don't do it. Don't do drugs. Stay in school, all that good shit. But we're in a fucking pandemic. You can at least light a joint. Just
yeah. I mean, hey, follow your heart.
Follow your fucking heart.
But understand the risk. You might get a little crossfaded. You might end up in some car that might not be your car.
Just don't get fucked up like me.
Don't be like me.
Because I'm telling you right now, like that. Like I occasionally, I would really have to get it like that mood or that mindset again. Like, okay, I can smoke, but I can't be like, because I don't know my tolerance. I keep going until I feel like I made it. And then once I made it, now I don't know where the fuck I'm at.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's the issue.
Yeah,
it's like where are we going? And then we get there, and it's like,
just like my drinking tolerance and shit. So if I want to get fucked up, you gotta remember, for those who don't know me, I used to get really, really fucked up. Like really, really fucked up. So I used to drink constantly. I used to do wild shit.
We talking like 10 years ago, like the teenage years?
Yeah, like
partying every day.
Yeah, partying and shit. Hell, even like about 6 years ago, I went to the fucking, I'll say it now, fuck it, that mall's fucking dead. I went to the fucking Cortland Mall, fucking jumped into the pond with all the fucking coins and shit and started swimming around like a fucking fish. I wasn't high or nothing. I just fucking did it because I felt like it.
Oh, well, there you go.
I do. I do.
He's like this sober.
Yeah. I have a natural high. Like I can get up and rock a fucking show. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta be fucked up. I have a natural high about myself. Some people's like, you're high off life. Like I don't know what the fuck it is.
I think for me, it's like I get naturally high off interaction. Like I can, if I'm by myself, I can't have that the same way. But if I'm with other people, it's like the energy is flowing, and all of a sudden there's just something that awakens within you, like around other people.
Yeah.
Like it's very interesting how that works.
Yeah. It's kind of like Jackass, but a little mild version for me.
Yeah, if I were in that kind of group, maybe I could pull that stuff off. But like in my bedroom, I would never.
Yeah. But Knoxville, he's
Steve-O's fine. Yeah. Dude, Steve-O has a whole character arc. Like, he's got a YouTube channel. He does a podcast now. He's sober. He's been sober. He talks about how he was a sex addict, and he stopped all that. Like, he's one of the most inspirational people probably on the internet. Because, like, you can go back and see Steve-O drugged out 15 years ago.
I mean, you would have to been to do the shit he was doing for years.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. I mean, not even the movies. Like, back in the 90s when they were doing like the early Jackass episodes on MTV. Look at the shit they did.
They weren't making much money either.
Yeah, but they were trying to break that glass ceiling, get that brass ring to fame, and they had to take shit to the extreme. And unfortunately, it fucked them up a lot.
You can tell it's in him, though. Like, there's that guy, that kind of guy, he is willing to put everything on the line just to entertain you. Just to entertain you, he is willing to like put himself on the line. Yeah. And he's still that way.
And I feel like for a lot of artists out here too, kind of get back to like the artistry of it a bit too. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Have a certain character to yourself. Nobody wants to buy into someone boring. Because sometimes it's about the music too. But if your character is fucking good, and I see like right now for people who probably didn't even know me or didn't even listen to my music, and they're around me and they see the type of person I am, they're gonna be like, dude, I fuck with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna listen to his music now and shit, just because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people base shit off your personality. You're cool, laid back. Like, I had listened to a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Yachty was like one of them. And then I start listening to his story, start seeing his personality. I'm just like, guy's smart. I fuck with what he's doing. So, why not, you know what I'm saying, check him out. I feel like that's how it is for a lot of artists too. Make sure that you're able to develop a character. But at least make sure it's genuine. Because some people, they don't even have that type of authenticity about themselves. So when you're being approached by them and they're doing a little bit too much, I'd be like, I don't know if this the real you or not. I don't know. This seems kind of fake, motherfucker. I don't know. Like you might meet a motherfucker who just act like he just this thugged out, but when shit go down, he snitching. He on some rat shit. Or
the devil you don't know.
Yeah, the devil you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a person, they see me, shit, I'm the cool guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm intelligent. I'm funny as fuck. I'm energetic when I want to. I'm laid back. I'm observant. I'm chilled if I get comfortable with you. And I'm also the guy that'll probably mask up like Michael Myers and fuck you up if you do something to me. You know what I'm saying? You would know all these characters and these personas about me just by listening to what I do and seeing who I am. You know what I'm saying? Then you got some people, like you said, the devil you don't know. Yeah. That's people you just be like, if I push his button, I know what he'll do.
Or you don't know.
Yeah.
Or you don't know. And that's even more concerning.
Yeah. Like, I was a motherfucker just sit there and just stare at you and shit and just laugh like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what the fuck wrong with you, man?
Right.
I can't.
Like, there's something going on in that brain that I just can't decipher.
Like, I can't fuck with girls who could just sit. Like, I used to fuck with this one chick, and she liked it. Fuck it, I'm gonna say this shit. This bitch, she got turned on by fucking Freddy Krueger.
Wow.
She used to get fucking horny by
Now that's a kink right there.
Yeah, like, wow. Like one time we were on the phone.
She's like, tell me you're Freddy. Be Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, she fucking told me that. She would get irritated.
You're like alone watching Nightmare on Elm Street trying to get your impression right.
Yeah, and she wants me to get a fucking checkered shirt. Not checkered shirt, but like a little striped shirt.
Oh
fucking get the claw. I'm not making this shit up. The person, my bro, I can't say his name, but you're gonna what? You gonna know. You know what the fuck I'm talking. He's gonna comment too. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. She used to sit there and play with her pussy. Oh, can I say that pussy? Okay.
Oh, you can say whatever.
All right, she was playing with her pussy.
Oh, Lordy.
While I'm on the phone with her. And I'm just like, what you watching, babe? Nightmare.
Oh, my God.
I was like, a new Freddy movie. I'm like, okay. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And one thing I hear is her fucking moaning and I knew she had this fetish. I thought it was a fucking joke, dude. I didn't fucking know. She's sitting there. I'm talking about she's going at it. I've never seen her like that.
The legends are true.
The legends are fucking true. And I'm telling you, when he got to that part, like Freddy's coming. Oh! And then the phone hangs up. So she climaxed, then hangs up on me. I call back. She didn't answer. Call back again. She answered. I said, what the fuck happened? She was like, that was the best. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't do nothing. She like, nah, I got off the Freddy Krueger. I said, he was a child fucking molester / killer. She was like, don't fucking hate.
And that's when you realize, like, the Pandora's box was open. Like, there's much more to this girl.
Yeah,
I must understand.
It's some shit that I didn't fucking know, and
like it must be bigger than me.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's way bigger than me. Way bigger than me. That shit.
I mean, if I got a call and it was someone masturbating to Nightmare on Elm Street, I would definitely have some questions.
Like, bro, what would you do if your girl or whoever would just sit there, just like, y'all supposed to have a normal conversation?
Right, you just wanted to talk on the phone.
You just want to talk on the phone, but they just decided just you know what I'm saying, just pull down their pants.
And it was for her. Like, that was not for you. That was for her. You just got to witness it.
Yeah, and this was a time like we didn't have FaceTime and shit. So, I can only fucking imagine. I can only fucking imagine.
You're just hearing Nightmare on Elm Street sounds.
Yeah, I won't watch Freddy Krueger movies now. I'm actually don't even want to see the shit.
Because it just brings back PTSD now.
Yeah, it just fucks me up. I'm like, you know what? And I had to cut that bitch off. I said, you're crazy.
It would be right there that I think I would be having those second thoughts.
Yeah, some guys.
Some guys want it crazy, but I think some crazy is actually a little bit crazy.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of girls that, you know what I'm saying, like, they like the cosplay shit, but even with them, I'm a little bit, you know what I'm saying, cautious about dating a chick who's obsessed with Harley Quinn.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Or a girl that's like you know, dressing up like a clown and going on TikTok every 2 days.
Yeah.
And doing songs to like Japanese K-pop. It's like you're a really nice girl. But that is a whole different person in there.
Yeah, yeah. Like, they might be on some fucking Tiffany from fucking See the Chucky type shit. You know, might be trying to conjure their Barbie dolls together to come fucking chase you like small soldiers.
It's my spiritual senses.
Yeah,
it's like my spidey senses are tingling. Like, I'm seeing this and I'm going, you know.
I'm like, bitch, you're going to be the reason why the exorcists come to us. And I'm not having that.
And it could be so bad. Maybe you're so nice that I'm with you for a month, and then I start making those TikToks. I can't have that.
Yeah,
I got to control myself, you see? Like, I can't start watching Nightmare on Elm Street and feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Like I got to control myself here. Like I see where this is going.
Yeah. You're fucking...
A year later, you're like talking to your new girl. Hey, baby, can I be Freddy?
Yeah, like now you got a weird fucking addiction because of fucking PTSD shit and fucking traumatized you, and you feel like that's the way to fucking go to get the girls now.
Yeah, but that was hers. That was her PTSD.
That was
She must have had some kind of experience with Freddy.
Oh,
I don't even know, man. How does that kind of thing start?
Dude,
that is an interesting conundrum right there.
I can honestly say the least, man. Like I've been through some shit.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I've been
this man's hopped
shit.
in cars. He's gotten phone calls from Freddy Krueger.
And and the crazy thing is, that half the shit I've been through, some of it I can't even say, and some of it's probably not even, you know what I'm saying, long enough to even fit in this podcast.
Oh, whatever you can't say, it's just stuff that might have happened.
Yeah, it is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, just not going to say it happened. I feel like I'm on Law and Order and shit.
I don't know if it was me. It was my friend.
Yeah, I know a guy, you know what I'm saying, hypothetically speaking, it was me, but, you know.
I know a guy is always the way to go with those stories.
I know a guy
who did that once.
Yeah.
But back to what you were saying about artistry, because this all came from that, and then you told me that beautiful story about that woman.
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of like why people have branding teams.
Yeah.
It's like you can be yourself, but some people are just really bad at putting that Oh snap! We got a shirt.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
I was out to do some subliminal and shit.
All those people on audio. This man just fucking plugged himself with that shirt.
No, you know
What's that shirt say?
Drip and fuck designer.
Ooh, can we get ourselves one of those shirts?
Yes, you can. You can inbox me. Jay. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Jay Statz. That's IamJayStatz. Just DM me. Or follow me, so I'll be tagged in this video too. So, hit me up, be like, tell me your size. It's going to be in hot pink and it's going to be in black, like on some Bret Hart type shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, hit me up, get at it, because we're going to be dripping and it's fuck designer. Fuck designer. I don't wear I might wear some yays or something, but, fuck designer. I don't wear all that shit.
And if not, fuck designer, just support local.
Yeah, support local. You know what I'm saying?
If you still want to get that Gucci, that's fine. Just maybe throw in like 10 local shirts along the way.
Yeah.
Dude, you could buy 100 local shirts for the price of that Gucci shirt, just saying. But I mean, I totally agree because it's like
about brand.
If you believe in the genuine creativity of the people around you, if you really do, the best way you can express that is by supporting those people in a real way. I mean, you can go ahead and you can say whatever you want to say, but if you just throw in that, like, if you just buy a shirt, you got something, they got something, you just made somebody's day, my friend. You don't even know. It's the butterfly effect.
Yes.
But what I wanted to say about artistry is that, or branding, I should say, is that some people, it's genuinely difficult for them to break out of that box and be themselves or become that character, like you were saying. Like there's, because I say to be yourself just because that's the first thing you should do. Yeah. Like if you can just figure that out, then you can get to that point where you can like really strive, because like, it's like somebody, like any famous artist that you genuinely enjoy, odds are that they figured out somewhere along the way, like, what they wanted to be presented as, because no one is really a brand. Yeah. No human is a celebrity, but the celebrity becomes a form of itself.
Yeah, because what you turn into it. I mean, there's a lot of options that you can go. I mean, me, personally, I'm a fucking rock star. So,
And if you're a celebrity in your head, you're already that celebrity.
Yeah.
Right.
If you already got that mindset,
I agree.
What I'm saying? Like,
and you should have that mindset. Yeah. I think that's a part of the key is telling yourself the whole time, like, I already know what I am.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, in my B. Haley diss, I said one of my dopest lines. I just dropped a diss against B. Haley. Literally, my last podcast we just dropped, I call him out. I say, B. Haley, you kicked me out of a Facebook group. This is real. You diss me, I'll diss you. I'm pulling a Joe Budden. That's what I said. Homie pulls out a diss track in 2 days. Mad respect, B. Haley, because I did not expect a response. I got a whole diss track. I hit him back 2 days later. And so I'm waiting on that next response. Mine was called B for boring. But there's a line in there where I say, because he's got a song called like Rooftop Ciphers. And so it's ciphers on the rooftops, about as high you'll ever go. Get used to it. I was Kubrick from the embryo. And I thought that line was very dope, because it's like saying, it's a dope diss, because it's like saying, bro, I'm already there.
Yeah.
I'm already there, and I was there from the jump.
I've been here since a kid.
But I said it like I was Kubrick from the embryo. Ooh. Oh, I bet them words, I fit that rhyme pattern. And it's fucking, there's just something about genuine artistry and genuine expression. Some director, like Stanley Kubrick, or some amazing director, knows this, because you watch their movies and they speak for themselves. Like, art needs to speak for itself. And so, the only reason I say all of this is because it's like, you have to have that mindset.
Yes,
like,
sir.
I know what I am. I'm already playing Madison Square Garden. I did that yesterday.
Staples Syndrome Tuesday.
Bow. Because the thing really is, the point of having a mindset like that is because once you do accomplish those goals, you will never be satisfied.
Yes,
and
sir.
you will always question like what to do next. And so if you're not already in that mind state, if you do get there, you will never be satisfied.
Ever.
And I think that's like a big part of it. Is like you'll always get told no. And then when you finally do pop off and people do believe in you, you're going to get a whole new set of problems.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. And so if you're not telling yourself along the way, like, yo, dog, like, I know I am Kendrick. Like, I'm Kendrick.
Yeah.
They just don't see it yet.
It's all about believing in yourself. It's all about manifestation.
Oh, that's manifest destiny.
Yeah, because like literally, what sets me apart from a lot of people who do this shit, I don't flaunt around like I'm the richest motherfucker, I'm the best motherfucking artist and shit.
I'm even bad at taking compliments. Like when people start complimenting, I'm just like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, I'm not the guy that's going to be like, dog, that's me, dog.
I'm dope as fuck. Yeah. It's like when I do get these things, like, yes, I acknowledge them and I know these things because I manifest. Like I eat, breathe, sleep, drink, walk, talk. You gotta look like money. You gotta feel like money, even when you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually those things start to come into, you know what I'm saying, fruition. Because just a couple of years ago, I didn't really want to do this shit. I want to get more in the business aspect of it and just pursue that and manage and
I think that happens to a lot of people too.
Yeah.
But they get burnt out on that side of it.
Because it's very cumbersome. It's a lot you taking on.
And it's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
Really not. You can't just
tough.
will yourself into that.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And it's like how like we were getting into it, but you know what I'm saying? You kind of like you almost need a team. You know what I'm saying? A good
Some people do. Some people genuinely do.
Yeah, a good group of people. Like, even if it's just 5 fucking people, you guys could be like the fucking Power Ranger or Digi-Destin or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you got a group of people that has the same like-mindedness, understanding, y'all both on the same agenda, 5 people or even 3 people can get more done than 100 people. And that's facts. That's facts because we don't have all bunch of politics around us. We don't have this person with this mindset compared to everybody else. Because at least 3/4 of those people, if it's out of 100, they're not gonna be on the same page. But out of 3, you already know everybody's mind at because it's just that small group. And when it's in that small circle, the amount of work that could get done. Now keep the word could because anything is possible.
When like a group like Brockhampton is a great example of like so much energy creating something else entirely.
Yeah.
Like you can't have Brockhampton without those guys.
Yeah.
You just can't have it. Even them losing one guy was like kind of like oof. Because it just it's there's something about that combination and that team of people. And it's all of them. You can tell it's all of them. And you know, if you're really good at marketing, if you're built for it, you can do these things by yourself. But even then, there's a level of like you're going to hit a wall because you can only be so productive.
Yeah.
Like you can only if you're a rapper, you're a rapper, and you have to write raps. But if you're also recording your videos and you're also mixing and you're also mastering, you have to find a way to divide all of your attention, and that is really not for everyone. In fact, I think that it's promoted like it is, like we have this attitude like it is, but it's like a small percentage of people that are really built for doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people really are better off sticking to the one thing they know what they're doing and then having a team around them that knows how to promote it.
Yeah.
Because say I can rap and I'm the best rapper, but it's like if a tree falls in the woods and nobody saw it fall.
Does anybody hear?
Did it? Yeah. If you drop a song on SoundCloud and nobody heard the song, did you even drop a song?
Right.
And so it's like if you don't have a team around you that's getting people's eyes on it, and you can't do that yourself, you will always be the best rapper in your mama's basement.
Yeah,
you will always be that man.
And you have to break out that shit and find a plan and execute it, because it's all about a plan. This right here to me it's a business, and people forget about it. Everything has to be business.
Business can be fun.
Yeah, business can be fun. You can make this like a day like The Office TV show. Fuck, it's my favorite fucking sitcom.
That's my favorite sitcom too. Actually, that show is one of the best shows I've seen. Like one of the most consistent comedy shows for sure.
It sure is funny. It gets to the point. It shows you like they're so good at just walking the line of like like they always touched on topics and stuff that's like they're just joking around like the stuff Michael Scott would say was so stupid.
that it is hilarious.
Because
and like characters like that are just the best characters.
Yeah.
It's like, have you seen Always Sunny?
They're Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's like the same type of thing where they're just so bad that like they're the worst people.
Yeah,
and, so,
and shit like that happens in real life too.
and it's so important that we poke fun at things and we can just have fun. Even like kind of what I'm getting at is like what you're saying about business. Like, sure, those shows are shows, but it's like entertainment and you can actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
And they probably had fun making it even. Because it's like you can tell, like The Office, you can tell that must have been so fun to make those first few seasons, just to be there. And so, yeah, to be able to enjoy hard work, I think, is also a real skill. And that you have to be able to put yourself somewhere to do it. Because, like, to genuinely enjoy it, like, for me, I feel like if I go out here and I record a whole podcast, I put that out there, there's just something about knowing that it's there and that I did it and it wasn't there a couple days ago and now it's there. And there's something about that feeling that is just so, like, it gives me a dopamine rush. Like, it makes me feel like I did something. And I think that's not for everybody. I think a lot of people don't get that. They would rather just, like, I don't know, rather watch a movie, and that would be what makes them feel cool. Yeah. But, like, I gotta watch a movie, and then I'm like, damn, I'm feeling creative now.
Yeah.
I gotta go write a song.
And that's kind of like with my process, too. Like, with me, like, what gets me in my mood to, like, even write a song is I'll go to YouTube, and I'll literally sit there, and I'm like, what gets me pumped up? I listen to rock music. I'll play some Disturbed. I might play a little bit of Motorhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would get myself into that zone. Might jump in, like, listen to Green Day. Whatever's going to give me, like, that cadence. Wherever I can find my melody at. You know what I'm saying? Then once I start drawing all that energy, watching shows, different performances, watching the interviews, drawing from the greats. And then I just take that, I go in the studio, and I just put on the best shit that I possibly can do. And there's always room for perfection, but it's just the growth of just being able to learn and excel from it. You know what I'm saying? That's the best gift out of this whole thing, is to watch you come from nothing, like a little seed, and you just plant, just grow.
I like to think of art as you're, like, building a mountain. Yeah. And the mountain is always growing upon itself. So, like, everything you create just adds to that tower or that mountain that you're building. And it's always building upon itself. Like, you can look at something you made 5 years ago, and for you in particular, if you made it, you feel this sort of evolution when you look at it. Like, or the place and time you were when you made it. And so there's just something about that feeling. It's like, I know where I was when I wrote that, and I'm in such a different place now, and just feeling that genuine growth. But also, I think, like, I try to absorb as much as I can with good art. Yeah. Like, when I see a great movie or I hear a great song, I think, like, damn, like, what was it in that just made me feel something? Because there's so much good art out there. And, I think a lot of people, when they start creating, they think, like, especially hip-hop artists, it's like, oh, I'm the best. I got the best bars ever. I'm gonna fucking change the world. And then the game just kind of humbles you real quick. Yeah. And you realize you ain't the best, and like, it's gonna take a minute. But there's something about, like, just knowing what genuine art is and seeing that, and just constantly putting that into whatever you're creating. I think that you'll quickly learn that there are a million other things that are so good, and they're good in ways that you are not good. Like, you can't even be that. Yeah. But it's like, what you can be is so entirely unique to yourself that it's almost a crime not to put it out there. Yeah. And I think that's genuine creativity. Like, it's when you really just put out what's in you, and not, like, think, oh, this is gonna sound like this combined with this. Like, you're not doing that. You're just going in there and putting yourself on paper and seeing what that comes out as.
Yeah, and eventually, once you do it for so long, and sometimes I don't even, when I say so long, it doesn't even necessarily mean like a long, like years. It could be a couple of months. You know, being in the studio to me is like, you know what I'm saying, almost equivalent to going to the gym. The more you work at it, more you're in there, is the more you're going to be making progress. So if you're constantly doing this, you're going to start seeing results like that. You know
even songwriting, anything really. Like you might think people start from different positions. So not everybody's going to be as good as everybody else to start. Some people might be great songwriters from the jump. But even those people, like, you learn so many things just from the experience of doing it, of knowing the feeling, of like knowing when I wrote this down and I sang it that way, like just you inflect the words differently than what you were imagining on the paper. And now every time you sing it, you're always singing the words that way. It's like even those little things where it's like those little personality flares you put on things that weren't there, but it's just like the energy is building on itself.
You start to crank into it a lot more. And
that doesn't, it's really weird how it is like working out. It's like an exercise. Because at first it doesn't really, it's not as easy. Like, I mean, you can even look at people who do podcasts, and that's actually it's a very similar phenomenon. Because a lot of the time, if you watch people's earliest podcast, it's so much more stilted. It's because they're not in the groove of it yet. But it's like once you do something, podcasts you have to do for like an hour or however long they're doing it. So they get all these hours of experience, and then you just become. It's good for your conversational nature in general. Like you just kind of develop more of like this long form mode of talking. I think that kind of stuff is just, it's really interesting because it doesn't happen right away. Like it's really hard to just pick something up. Some people are gifted in this way, but it's really hard to just pick something up and be great at it. And you know, you should never expect that.
And everything kind of comes into like where you train your mindset to be. Like if you ever thought, and this go to anybody at home just sitting there just thinking like, damn, I want to do this shit, but I don't know how people going to, you know what I'm saying, receive it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be times you're going to fall. You're going to take a couple of bumps and bruises out of it, but that's how the game go. You know what I'm saying? No pain, no gain. You want to gain from it, right? Then you got to take the pain. And out of becoming if you want to be an artist, you want to do videos, you want to do photos, do podcasts, stick to it, because at the end of the day, you're only going to progress and get better. You know, consistency with anything creates champions. Consistency to me creates champions, not necessarily chances. You want to take chances, but I take calculated risk with everything. I calculate everything before I do it. You know, sometimes it's random. Maybe a small percentage of it is random, but I calculate everything before I make a big hasty move. Because at the end of the day, some investments you can't get back. If you invest too much into it. But if you know this is what you want to do, and it's where you see yourself at, and someone's like, oh, you just want to be a rapper, it's more to it. Don't let someone just sit there and tell you, oh, I just want to be a rapper. No. There's so many avenues within this shit. There's money within this. If it wasn't, so many people wouldn't want to do it. It's all how you like going back to what you said before, it's all about branding yourself, and also how you market yourself, who you're working with, who you surround yourself, and how you put yourself out there. How you want people to perceive you? You want people to perceive you as this huge trap artist? You want people to perceive you as this huge rock star? Show them. Show the world, and show them why you're the best at doing what you do. You're not trying to be, you know what I'm saying, everybody likes to put this, I'm the Michael Jordan, I'm the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? Cool, if you feel like that, but make sure you're the best at what you do. And no one be so good at what you do that people want to duplicate what the fuck you're doing. It's like when everybody wants to rap like Migos, and that style and cadence is still even lingering around. Or like how everybody now wants to rap on, you know what I'm saying, Detroit, and then transition to Flint style beats and kind of take our sound, you know, make that lane, and people are going to follow suit. Every single time. I mean, come on. Now look at everything we got from social media. What are you doing on Instagram? You're following. What are you doing on Twitter? You're following. What are you doing on TikTok? You're following. You want to be a trendsetter. So be the best you that you can possibly be.
Yes. 100%. 100.
Amen. We're gonna take them to church on this one. Yeah.
Straight printer.
Man, I'm taking them to church and I had to do one of these and shit. Pastor, Judge, $1. Preach. Dog voice. Yes, sir.
I think the thing about brands too is, you can't even you have to understand that when you are creating anything, it is meant to be greater than what it is.
Yeah.
Like, if you're making a song, it's not just a song. And if you're an artist, you're not just an artist. Mm-hmm. And what people see in you, like they're looking for something. Like you said, they're following. Like you want to be a trendsetter, but not in the sense that you have to constantly like double check what you're doing. Just that like this trend you're setting is just being genuine.
Yeah.
And I think there's something about that energy that you can represent to people.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be that guy, you have to be that energy.
Put it out there for the world to fucking see that. You got to. You want people to invest into you. You want people to throw money and praise you like the guy that you are. But hey, look, you're not Thanos. You can't just sit there and rule the throne. You have to be able to show people why you deserve this.
And there was on the Jim Carrey, Andy Kaufman thing on Netflix, I think it's still there, but there was a great thing that Jim Carrey said, where he said, like, for the longest time, he could not figure, like, he would go to bed, he would think, like, what do people want to see when I'm on stage? Because he just felt like something was not clicking.
Yeah.
And eventually, he just comes up with this answer. They want to see the guy who has no care in the world. Like, when you go to be entertained, you want to see the person who has no reservations, and they're just willing to say whatever. Because within all of us, there is this innate, like, we just want to be able to express ourselves, and we want to say everything we're thinking, and to see someone do that is almost empowering. It's why comedians like Bill Hicks and Dave Chappelle are so revolutionary, because they turn comedy into such a genuine, honest thing where we can talk about anything, and we know that person is exactly what they say they are.
Yeah.
And there's just something about that's like almost magical. It's like you never would question Dave Chappelle. You just can't do it because he's got so much to his name, and he's so genuine.
And
he's such a genuine guy. You know what you're getting. It's a devil you know.
Yeah, it's like that should be like the word.
That's gonna be the
quote of the day or something.
The quote of the podcast.
Yeah,
that's our motto for this one.
The devil you know.
Kids, write it down. The devil you know. The devil you don't know.
Yeah. That seems to like
it keeps coming back.
Keeps coming back full circle. And
well, I think we're having our conversation keeps going back to this idea of like being honest and being genuine in your art. And I think that there's something, there's just something about that, and I think it's lost upon a big part of not even just the hip-hop community. I think art as a whole, like, dude, I watch things on Netflix sometimes, and I'm like, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
What is this? Like, it makes me wonder, like, has there always been crappy things, or is it just like, are we dumbing things down a little bit?
Yeah.
Because I aim to, if I do anything with my art, it is just to show that there is so much more that we are capable of.
Without
and it's
a doubt.
just right at your fingertips all the time. All the time, there's something in there. There's something in your brain that you're thinking that nobody else is thinking. And only you can say that. Only you can express that. Mm-hmm. And I think that, it's why I like interviews. It's why I like podcasts. I just genuinely like hearing what people have to say. I think there's so much in every single person. But we're so used to this idea of like, oh, well, I don't know if I should say that. Yeah. And so everybody's so reserved, or and that's how you get those devils you don't know, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Because you're just so concerned about this outer thing, when really it's like you need to find peace within yourself before anything else.
Yeah.
Be it making art or even just being alive. I'm an advocate for meditating. I say to people they ought to do it.
I love that shit.
Yeah, boy, those guided breathing exercises.
Man, look, I did one this morning, almost hydroplaned the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, boy. That's how it goes, though.
No, for real. That shit.
And that's the way that it should be. It's like 10 years ago, you're like hopping in the wrong car. 10 years later, you're meditating in your bedroom.
Man, I'm telling you that.
That's enlightenment right there.
The possibilities are endless. What you can possibly think and do with your mind.
That is true, yeah. And you never know where you're going to go either. You never know how things will turn out.
Yeah, and folks, it's all about definitely just, being genuine, manifesting, and finding yourself. Don't rush the process. If it takes you a little bit longer to find yourself, then do that. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna get so many great results out of it. Like it took me a lot. It took me years to find myself. It was times where I didn't even want to show people how smart I was. People just started to, because everybody thought I was like the crazy, you know what I'm saying? Guy that just, I'll fuck somebody up or I do some wild, crazy shit.
Yeah.
But it took them a lot when they started seeing like this motherfucker using big words. Like the fuck?
Wait, you smart?
Yeah, this motherfucker. You trying to be intelligent, motherfucker? Like, what's wrong with you?
Cut that out.
Yeah, cut it out. That ain't you. Then they started realizing like, oh, this motherfucker, he's not dumb. He fucking gets it.
That's how you're a trendsetter too. Yeah, that's how you set a trend right there. Yeah. You just be that guy.
Yeah, exactly. I was being myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have my moments. So I'm wild, I'm goofy, I'm crazy. If I'm comfortable with you. If I'm not comfortable with you, you're probably gonna say like a dog just be sitting there. The dog won't do nothing, but you move wrong.
You just entered the dark side.
Yeah. And I'm not your father, which is still up to debate because he said, "Luke, I am your father." Then on the other cut, he says, "I am your father."
Oh man, people will take that and they'll be like Mandela effect.
Yeah,
that's the Mandela effect right there.
Mandela effect. Was Sinbad really doing that movie?
That's the real question. And I've had people tell me, I've seen it on the internet, they said, well, yeah, but no. Like, I don't believe any of you guys. I think that there is a magical Sinbad movie out there in an alternate universe. I
remember seeing it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I believe that. Of all the things, I believe that there is a Sinbad movie. I don't think it was Shaq. I don't believe you.
Yeah. Shaq, that motherfucker was in, like, Kazam, but then it was another one.
They're trying to trick us. They're trying to trick us. They just don't want the truth to get out. The truth. That's all it is.
Oh yeah. Now it's gonna turn into an Alex Jones show.
There's alternate universes out there. I'm telling you.
Alex Jones in the building, folks, right now.
I've been trying to say for the longest time. Man, I wish I could get his voice perfect. That man.
That was actually a good.
Thank you.
That was actually a good impression.
You're way down here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like smoker type of thing, and then you just sound real stressed out.
I've been to Bohemian Grove. I know what the fuck's going on out there.
I'm telling you, Hillary Clinton can't open a pickle jar. I don't know what that is, but she can't do it.
I've seen all the facts.
I got the documents. Pulls out 10 sheets of paper. You can't read them. He just throws them by.
You see it?
You see what I'm saying? I got the links on the document in the bio right there. You can go ahead and follow, subscribe. It's a shame that man lost his YouTube channel because that is internet gold. I mean, if anything, he is the internet.
Yeah, he was the internet.
He's the internet.
When his shit really started kicking off. If you didn't know,
I just when I see people like that, I'm like, they're built for the internet. Like I don't think you understand. Like he makes content on accident. Like he just talks and he's like a YouTube video. Bro, like if I could just pop on a mic and then just flip out about like whatever Obama's doing for 10 minutes and call him a reptilian and be serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd be viral.
Yeah.
So that man has a gift, and I respect that man. Oh man.
But respect him, but also at the same time,
but with caution.
Yeah, with caution, and just like Barack Obama, fuck him, and I'm gonna say that clear as day.
Hey, you know why I would say fuck Obama?
Fuck him.
I think if I'm from Flint. If I live in Flint and I have to worry about my water, I think I have the right.
Fuck him.
Dog, Obama came to Flint, and there's clips of this. Anybody can go see it.
Anybody.
You can go ahead and watch. Michael Moore had a great little thing on his documentary about it. Obama comes to Flint. Mofo comes inside of a room full of people. Gets a glass of water. And then people's yelling at him. They're saying, bottled water. Mofo puts his lip on the water. He don't even drink it.
It's out there.
And he said he had the nerve to say, this is not a stunt. Like, dude. And then the next day he did the same thing. And so it's like, and now Snyder is not getting in trouble, and he's buddies with the Biden administration. So it's like, dude, don't try and tell me that Obama, like, if you're from Flint or if you're from any, like, community that's like got it bad. I'm just amazed that people like even believe in this system anymore because it just constantly fucks people over.
Man, fuck your local.
Fuck the ops, bro.
Yeah, fuck the ops. Fuck the government. Fuck who lying. If they got a suit and they pay graders up here.
Yeah,
you can't be mad at us. I'm just being 100. I don't trust nobody that pay grade is higher than mine because they're not designed to help you.
Exactly.
They're not designed. They're designed to tell you whatever's going to keep them in their department. Because why would they tell you the truth? And then jeopardize them making money so they can be at your level.
Well, and with the part that freaking kills me is you'll have a few people that might be different. You see these people and you're like, you know what? They're saying what I believe in. I believe in these people. And then they get in positions of power and they do basically the same thing. Yeah. Like you will legitimately believe. You'll be like, all right, you know what? Like, I liked Bernie Sanders for the longest time. He was the homie, man. I listened to Bernie Sanders, and I was like, you know what? Mad love, dog. Like, he's telling the truth. Yeah. And then he starts saying, my friend Joe Biden, my good buddy, and then he drops out of the race, and now, it's like, what does Bernie Sanders do now? What does he do? He just tweets like everybody else?
Advocates. And you want to know why? They keep Bernie out because they know Bernie will make a difference.
Yes.
They
hated Bernie. They hated Bernie probably as much as they hate Trump.
The Dems hated Bernie. The Republicans hated Bernie. Anybody who had a lot of money and knew how he was trying to help, not just black people, but lower class people, or just help everybody get and trying to bring the fucking culture together. He's not saying this is not a white or black thing. This right here is a us thing. This is for the people who are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I want to bring everybody together. And they knew that man was so genuine because he can get up there and he'll do it. And he won't sugarcoat, and he'll probably literally die for what he believes in. And they don't want that.
No,
that's almost equivalent. And not to put him in a category with Dr. Martin Luther King, but that's almost saying you putting a guy like that who's very outspoken, like Dr. Martin Luther King. That's like you saying you putting him into office. That's not going to happen.
They killed Martin Luther King.
Yes.
They killed him. They killed Malcolm X. I mean, dude, it's like literally you just look through history and you think, and it's depressing because it makes you think like, is it possible to have a genuine populist movement in America that focuses not on like some racist ideal, but the fact that we can come together and rise up against this like thing that's obviously pushing against us because they always turn it into some, like I bet you back in the day, Martin Luther King, or there's another guy that was really outspoken about these things who was also killed by the government, of course. I'm forgetting his name. I think it starts with an R. But it's like you see them talk, and you can clearly see they're not, maybe history frames it as a racial thing, and it partially was. But a big part of it was just populism and having people who are just constantly wronged by this system rising up. There's a reason most of those people might be black.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. But it's just so frustrating that we can't even come together because, and now it's worse than ever because I think now that we have the internet, we are just actively, it's embraced this idea of hate, and we're all encouraged to just get mad about things and not think critically about them when really it's like we need to come together now more than ever.
Yeah.
Because, dude, literally, we just went through a pandemic. People lost their jobs. They lost their health care. And we don't even, what is Biden saying about healthcare? He's saying like, well, maybe we'll just expand it a little bit.
He don't know what the fuck he doing.
Dude, that's a whole nother conversation.
I ain't gonna get into it because people gonna be upset, but the truth, like, I'm gonna say like this, the truth is the truth.
Man is confused, that's all I'm saying.
The truth is the truth. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, good luck on the STEMI, but shit, anybody would have got us that. You know what I'm saying, fuck it. At the end of the day, if they got a suit on, they pay bracket is higher than yours, they don't give a fuck about you. And it's as simple as that. You can't get more clear. It didn't matter. I you know what I'm saying? When Obama was in, I was still struggling going through hell. Trump was in, I was still struggling going through hell. Biden here, hey, just got started. I'm about to make a change. And that's literally what I'm getting at. You have to make your own. You have to write your own history. You have to change your own narrative. Don't rely on these people in suits and power to change your life and how the government can change the rest of your entirety because like they really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like
and I think they want us to fucking argue about this shit. Because it's good for them.
Yeah, it's great for them. It keeps them into the conversation and it keeps us down. Yep. Because when people come together,
that's the real threat.
It's in the Constitution for those who read the Constitution. I am a smart motherfucker. I got dreads, but I'm smart as fuck.
I think that was kind of one of the reasons for the Constitution.
Yeah,
I think it was kind of getting a little bad over there in that other country.
You can't overthrow your... let me just shut up. I might be saying too much.
All I'm saying is if you were in a government position and you are just playing by the rules that we have already had established, like if you're just running by the numbers, if you're doing the Nancy Pelosi, let me tell you, dog, it's not going to look good here pretty soon if you think that you can just carry on with business as usual. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that as like dude, I'm saying as a humanitarian, as someone who looks at the world and just sees, because it's not even just America, it's like all over the place. Everything is just getting kind of discombobulated.
Everywhere.
But it seems like you can't really let a good tragedy go to waste. And we're seeing a whole lot of that right now. Yeah. And so, man, you can only tell poor people for so long their opinions don't matter. Before they decide, you know what, maybe I'll just show you how much my opinion matters. Yeah. And I mean, that's scarier. Wouldn't you rather just give them what they want? Why don't you just give them what they want? But apparently we're hoarders. We're hoarders up in here in America. Yeah. We chilling in D.C., baby. We got a fence now. We got the army up in here. Yeah. You already know what it is. Yeah. So, fuck the ops. Yeah. Fuck the ops, dog. That's the whole moral of this story. And genuinely, I believe I'm a progressive guy. I think that we can change things for the better, and we can take this system and we can turn it into something good.
Right now it's kind of wild, but I always believe that if we continue in the direction of positivity, because
love,
look, because you can't save everybody. There's people who's going to go to heaven if you believe in this. People going to go to hell if you believe in that too. Mm-hmm. But there's always two sides of everything. There's going to be people who's going to find peace and prosperity over here, and there's going to be people going to find anarchy and chaos this way. But it's all about how you perceive your life. It's all about what direction you take it. You could go through this door, which is going to be the same constant bullshit, new president, new laws, new bullshit, more poverty, more racism. Or you can go to door number 2 and you can find happiness like on some, like Willy Wonka saying, pure imagination. Real shit. That's the imagination, because that's the lane I look at. But more, I would like to say, instead of imagination, manifestation, because I manifest that if you put yourself in a positive position, you're going to be in a positive position. You won't even look on the outside. Matter of fact, everybody else, all the bullshit is going to be trapped on the inside. You're outside. You're free from it. So it's a mindset. That don't mean that you're ignoring it, because you can constantly see the shit, but that just means I'm focused on bigger and better endeavors in my life. And this is what has to take place. I can't be focused on, the morals of society and what's taking place for tomorrow, because they already have tomorrow, this year, next year already planned out for you. You have to change the fucking narrative of that shit and carve your own destiny. If you have a chance, if you want a chance or an opportunity of making anything happen, you cannot be consistently stuck in this paradigm that we're in.
I agree. And I especially to your point about perception.
I'm running for mayor.
Sorry. By the way, vote me.
Vote me, by the way. Yeah.
But for real though, I think that perception is such an important thing, and I think that so many people, it's why meditating is important, because you have to learn to let it be. You have to learn to just allow things to come and go, and understand that you are only a perceiver of your own thoughts. Those thoughts just happen. It's just like when you wake up and you feel like you just naturally see things. That's it's not like you're trying to see. Or like if you breathe, if you can focus on your breathing, and breathing's a really interesting thing because you can focus on it and you can do it intentionally, but you're also always doing it. And I think that it's like it attests to the power of perception, and just where you place your focus really is where the activity is. Like, you know, if you just allow things to be, you're not constantly in this debate with yourself, perhaps, or in this situation in which, you know, you feel like there's a conflict. Because humans are amazing at this. We are so good at just creating conflicts for ourselves.
Oh, yeah. It's like almost second nature to some people, you know, just being able to create that bullshit.
Right.
I like to call it.
It's your ego. It's really what it is.
And the thing is, and that's another thing with me too, and that's why I don't really like working at a lot of jobs and shit too, because I fall out with people a lot because they'll say something dumb or stupid, or they'll just irritate my fucking soul, and I just be like, man, look, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. But at the end of the day, I can't be mad at them people because that's what they know. That's what gets them through the day. That's how they live. I'm not mad at them, but I damn sure don't like being around it. You know what I'm saying? I like to have a controlled environment where I'm around people who at least think like me. We don't have to have all the same ideas, but if it's like five of us and we're in a car and we be like, where we gonna go get something to eat at? And everybody says some shit. I want some fucking chicken, or I want tacos. And we're all like, oh, hell yeah. We're there. Not, you know what I'm saying, around people who just has like all these different unlike-mindedness, and then it just, everything just implodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's nice to have that contrast, but at the same time, it's like if you're in a toxic environment, or even if you're just in a situation in which you feel as if it's not you, I think that it can really change you as a person in ways you don't even understand. Yeah. It's like why everybody, once they get out of their parents' house, they go, oh my God, like, I'm out of I get it now.
Yeah.
Because there's just something about when you're in an environment, your brain operates differently. There's so many unconscious factors. Like when you wake up, oh, I got to worry about this dude who's up here, and I don't really want to bother him, so I'm going to be quiet for these few hours. Like, if you were by yourself, you wouldn't be thinking that. Or if you're hanging out with your friend, and your friend's talking to you, and he's, like, saying all this negative-ass shit, yeah, you can, like, turn it into positivity, and you can say things back, but eventually, dude, it's like what? If you were hanging out with someone who was being positive, they would just be propelling you up. Like, it would just be going up and up and up and up. And it's not so it's like the energy you surround yourself with is also part of that perception, I think.
Yeah. And
like it guides the perception.
And it's not that fake shit either.
Yeah, if you surround yourself with fake, if you surrounded yourself with fake, you become fake.
Yeah, it's genuine. You can tell somebody's genuine energy and shit from the moment you click. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like how me and you, for those who don't know, we just met together. You know what I'm saying? Instantly and shit. We click, laugh, talk, you know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my dog now. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with him. Like,
but that's just being yourself. It's being genuine.
It's being 100. You know what I'm saying? If anything, because I'm the type of person, you know what I'm saying? I'm not rude, blunt, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling that person. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the rub. You gonna get the brush. You gonna get the cold shoulder, dog. You gonna know. But to have that real genuine authenticity with it, that realness, like, you can't get that from everybody.
No, you cannot.
And it sucks. But that's a good thing, because if you could get it from everybody, you wouldn't know what not to.
You wouldn't know what it is if you could get it from everybody.
Wasn't for
yin and yang.
Yeah, if it wasn't for bad, you wouldn't have good. Wasn't for good, you wouldn't have bad. Yeah.
That's our other lesson for today, kid.
That's my other lesson too. I also do country western music too. I know I look like a gangster, but I can get.
You kind of sounded like Dr. Phil when you went into that voice for a second.
Well, you know, the thing is, when you want to get up over there, you want to learn something, that you just got to be able to do it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Get off my show. Get out of here.
That's really good. That's a really good Dr. Phil. Like one of the best Dr. Phils I've heard.
Hey, thank you. You know, so I tried.
It came out of nowhere, too.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you had that one stocked away for a minute.
I do a little comedy, you know what I'm saying? I do a little comedy every now and then. See, my boy Jimmy. I used to work at this one job at Ortonville. I used to do like this redneck voice because, of course, people know me. You know, I grew up down south too. I was in Kentucky, Lexington, Louisville. I lived in Georgia for a while. So I've been around a bunch of country people. And, you know, I got biracial family, you know, so I'm around everybody. So I'm around all walks of life. And I always do like this real country voice. We had this country person in our family. He got this big old country voice like this. And he's not afraid to let you know it either, partner.
That's smooth as molasses.
Yeah, that's smoother than molasses there, sport. And if you're not careful, he's going to fuck you up. Because that boy's bigger than and stronger and tougher than a $2 steak, I tell you what. And people just fucking go crazy. Like, dude, you sound like my uncle. Hey, you know my uncle? I'm like, no, I don't. I just fucking just do my voices and shit. Cause I'm myself. I'm energetic when I want to be, but at the same time, like I'm charismatic with it too. Like I'm just me. I'm Jay Statz. I can't explain it no other way than my actions.
Man, I'll go on Call of Duty and I'll be like, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh yeah. I get in my head. I get it.
That's the funnest way to play Call of Duty. You gotta throw them voices on. I was playing with some country guy just yesterday, some southern guy, and I thought he was doing a voice, so I started doing him back. I was like, oh yeah, we're about to get on, yeah, and I started saying stuff like that, and he's like, he kept going. I realized that was really his voice. He's like, you're not making fun of me, are you? And I started saying stuff like that.
I think you're teasing me, sport.
I was like, hell no, let's get him.
Let's hustle them up, boys. Come on.
Headshots.
Round them up right now. We're going to catch ourselves a couple of them right now. We're going to get them 10-4.
Yeah, we are. And you know what? After that, maybe we go down to that creek and we get ourselves some Bud Light.
Nah, you better not. I'll take a nice Budweiser, buddy.
I tell you what, we tailgating, boys.
Well, we're telling right now. I'm telling you better round me up with a couple of hot babes, a couple of steaks, medium rare, and we're gonna fuck some shit up tonight.
All right, I got the grill, you got the lighter.
You better believe it, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, talk to him.
Oh, I will.
You know, I might. We should put out a country song.
Hey, man, I'm always down. I could probably do it. Like if I want to get down here like this.
God damn it. Garth Brooks, watch out, God damn it.
Look out, man, because I'm telling you, they haven't seen it yet, and once they do, they won't forget it.
They won't ever fucking forget it. Mm-hmm. But see, that's what I like, though. Being able to being able to be ourselves and shit. I don't got to put up no airs for nobody.
Yes.
At the end of the day, I'm my motherfucking self. You test me, I'm going to probably kill you and fuck you up. I don't really give a fuck. I really don't. All right, if you're cool, you know what I'm saying? We're cool. We're talking. We having fun. You see the best side of me and shit. I'm not speaking as like, oh, this guy's bipolar, but it just shows you can just never judge a book by its fucking cover.
No, you cannot.
Because once you do that, you fucking lose.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many, you miss out on opportunities. Like I learned this from doing interviews. Because I've always just been a people person, but doing interviews really like drilled this into me. It's just like you have to let people flow. Like energy flows like water, you know. It's supposed to just go, and so if you just kind of it's not surface level. Like you have to kind of get into things a little bit deeper. Like ask people why, ask people like what, who, when, where, why questions, stuff like that. Like just get them to tell you more, because often it's like if you don't ask questions, they just won't say it. And so there's usually so much more in a story, or like there's just so much more that could have been explored even. It's really nice the things you can pull out of people that you would have never expected. Like it's what really good interviewers are just so good at. Like you can have an artist that you really like, and then they go on like, I don't know, Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne just pulls this side out of them that you've never seen before. Yeah. But it's like because he's so good at poking at them that that interaction itself is the interview. Yeah. I think that it's part of that branding yourself thing, but it's because it's like knowing how you carry yourself, like knowing that when this person enters this situation, it's up to me. Like I'm the lead now, and we're just rolling. But like if you were to walk in and I was to like have a suit on and be like, all right, so we're gonna do the podcast in there, and then like, and we're like it's super awkward. This podcast would have been so different, man. And I think that's so key to just any like creation in general, but also just like when you're working with people, especially, like you want to work with yourself that way, but when you're working with other people, you have to know how to do it. Like you have to know that like, if I'm awkward as shit, they'll feel that. Like, they'll just feel like, oh, he's like, he don't even want to be here with me right now. And you might not. You might want to be there, and you're just feeling awkward, but you gotta just fucking let that shit fly, dog, because it doesn't matter. None of that. It's all your brain. Your brain's gonna tell you a million goddamn things that ain't true. You just gotta let it fly, dog.
But I hate that shit, bro. Like, real shit. Like, you gotta let it fly. But see, I hate some people when they go to interviews or do shit like this, and they just sit there all cocky and lackadaisical, you know?
Oh, I mean, bro. As the interviewer, I just take that and I go, all right, so this is what we're doing.
This what they do. They sit there like, yeah, man, you know, shit, yeah. I'm the shit, dog. You know, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We doing big moves.
I'm not going to say who it is, but I've had one person I've interviewed, and it was the shortest interview I've ever done. I asked as many questions as usual. I did everything I normally do, but like, I would ask the question, and he would go, yeah.
Man, you know what I'm talking about, man. I just sit here. You know, I'm just going to nod my head. You know, I'm the shit. What you want me to say, dog?
Yeah, it's like they're waiting
for my album. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to love me and shit, but I won't say much. You know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't gotta say nothing, dog. Just buy the album.
Just buy the album. You already
making it rain and
shit. Here's they like. You already know what it is. Like who? I don't know.
I already know what is.
I don't know what it is. What the fuck are you talking about?
What is it?
Like, people, you gotta change, like, how you do stuff. You know, like, with me, when I do my start off, which I know when I did my introduction, it fucking sucked because you know what I'm saying, all my introductions normally suck. But no, I'll be like, you know, what it is, what it do, what it looking like.
Yeah.
It's your boy Jay Statz. And some people like, man, you already know what it is. It's the kid. It's like, nigga, you were 38.
Nobody knows what it is.
You're not a kid. It's the young and jit in charge. Like, motherfucker, give it up, nigga. You're supposed to be at Luther's janitorial service right now cleaning up. What the fuck you talk about? You already know what it is. No, we don't.
We're waiting to find out what it is.
You could have me as like a second, like on some Howard Stern shit. I'm like your third string, your second string is doing there. I'll be like the Charlemagne.
Hey, you could be my Jamie.
Yeah,
I've been saying I need a Jamie. You could be that second guy on the microphone in the back who's just adjusting the levels and throwing some words in every now and then.
Hell yeah. I'd be like, hey man, tie your shoes. You ain't got shoes on? I'm just fucking with you. I guess I'll throw.
He just throws in like a tie your shoes every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I might throw in a song or a little bit of comedy, you know what I'm saying? A little real, you know what I'm saying? Something good for the humor.
Yeah, we need some voices right here. And then he just throws out like a voice.
There out there's my nice little, I guess you say Irish accent. Because I got a little Irish in me.
I can't pull that one off.
You know?
I've tried to do Irish, but I just can't.
I'm probably gonna fucking offend somebody, you think?
Can you do British? I can do British.
Oh, my fuck.
I can do British real good, my friend, I tell you. I'm like a Cockney kind of thing. Like, I sound like what I like to think of is like Russell Brand. I try to imagine him, and I think hold on a second. It's a little bit more up in here, I think, like this. Yeah, that's about all right. But it's like, you talk like this, you cannot say like any of your T's, and that's about it.
That was pretty fucking good. You made me want to go get a fucking crumpet.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know what? That's another fun one to use on Call of Duty, because if you use that voice, but you go, you motherfucking son of a bitch! It's real good. It's a real good one.
Plus, you could actually do pretty good pickup lines with females with that.
Oh,
you mind if I take it back to the pod and fuck your doggy style for a while, you know?
And then, like, 2 hours later, use your normal accent and you'll blow her mind.
Hell yeah.
You'll be like, anyways,
bitch, get on your knees. Like, what happened to him? Like,
I'm right here.
Yeah, that was Sir Douglas. Now this is Sir Dick. Now suck it. Whore.
That would be so, like, disorienting if you, like, met somebody and you're about to have sex with them and then they just stop using their fake accent. Like, the whole night they were talking to you like this, and then all of a sudden they're like Christian Bale and they have a British accent.
Man.
You're like, what?
Yeah, you don't think it's like that movie, The fucking Prestige. That motherfucker did it.
I want to see that movie. Is that movie good?
Yeah, we had.
I heard it's real good.
Yeah, we had. It's basically like him, and he goes by dude Robert Angiers, and he basically just does like a whole bunch of magic and shit. It's a lot of good plot twists and stuff in there too.
It's directed by Christopher Nolan, I think. That was right before he did Inception.
Inception was good. Another thing I want to touch on too, if we can. Okay, so are you a DC or Marvel fan? That's the first off. Or you like
I'm more Marvel.
more Marvel?
If we're talking the movies,
yeah.
I definitely lean towards the Marvel movies.
Marvel, okay. I'm
100%.
more Marvel too because the storylines impact me a little bit more. I feel like DC I like because it's more darker and a little bit more edgier.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of it. Did you see the Snyder cut of Justice League?
No, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, it was long, the 4 hours and 2 minutes of it, but I fucking get it.
Did you like it a lot more than the other cut? Because the other cut kind of had some issues.
The other cut to me, like, it threw me for a fucking loop.
Yeah.
So the Snyder cut for me, that cleared up so much stuff. It gave Cyborg more time to explain the story, which made it look like it was the fucking Cyborg and Superman. Mm-hmm. You know Superman was coming back. Flash already got his deal. Wonder Woman got a series of movies. Batman, shit. Come on now. Batman got fucking every fucking thing. That's Batman.
He's Robert Pattinson now.
Oh, yeah.
About to be Robert Pattinson as Batman. I'm actually looking forward to that one, too.
Is that the one where they're going to have the Riddler in it?
Yeah, they're saying they're going to have, like, all these classic Batman characters. Catwoman, Riddler, Penguin.
Yeah, because Ben Affleck was playing the other Batman. I hate when they switch up the Batmans. I like how they kept the original Superman. I don't think they need to give the Wonder Woman. I don't think they need. I forgot her name, like Gatlin, something like that. Fuck the DC universe.
Oh, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
That's
her.
how you pronounce it.
Yeah, there we go. She's fucking hot.
She's very gorgeous.
She's man.
That woman.
Did you know she was in Fast and Furious?
No.
Yeah, she was in fucking Fast and Furious. I think it was She was in Fast and Furious. I think 4 and 5. She was dating Fuck, now people are going to be like, this guy.
Paul Walker himself?
No. Well, maybe in real life.
She
was dating this fucking Chinese guy that could drive. I want to say Ying, but.
But if you're wrong.
Yeah, the comments are going to eat me up. But y'all know the motherfucker, the Han. There we go. Ying, gong, 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 gong. Yeah, I fucking know, guys.
Close enough.
I'm a black guy for fun. I don't speak it, but yeah.
If you drop a pan, it makes that sound. That's all you need to know.
It makes that sound, exactly. She was dating fucking Han, and when they were like in the little helicopter scene, I think she like falls off and kills her. That she dies. Yeah, that was her. I didn't fucking know that.
And you're like, wait, that's that bitch that died in Fast and Furious.
Like when I was young,
fell off that plane.
She fell off that fucking plane.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
There's a. I just realized I just watched the movie The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and halfway through the movie I realized that's the Flash. That's the Flash in this movie. Was it
the
Ezra guy, the new Flash?
Was it out of the series or on the movie? The
movies, because the newer younger guy.
Yeah.
This movie I was watching was like 5 or 10 years ago, and I was like, I didn't even know it was him until I saw his name, and I was like, oh, that's the guy. And then your brain just like the rest of the movie, you're like, wait a minute, I know you. You're the Flash.
That fucks me up. Like I like change. But it even took me a while to get used to.
When the actors change, you mean?
Yeah, like I don't like that personally. Like it even took me a while to get used to Tobey Maguire not being Spider-Man.
Oh, for everybody, that was first. That was the first real one, right?
Yeah, like that threw me. And then I heard like when they're supposed to be doing like a future Marvel with the whole Avengers and X-Men crossover with Spider-Man, which apparently supposed to be coming in to the
I think that'll be the next Avengers, right?
The next one they go into like the new Avengers. Yeah, they're gonna try to work it in there.
Spider-Man's gonna be one of them for sure.
Yeah. They're supposed to be setting up Wolverine versus the Hulk, kind of like in the comics. That's how it's supposed to come. But Hugh Jackman might not play that Wolverine, and I don't know how I would take that.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Because when you think of fucking, when I think of Storm, I think of Halle Berry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like how the other guy, like he does like a younger Professor X. That's dope. I feel like he could, even when he gets older and they start doing more movies, I feel like he could definitely transition, and you won't even think about, Patrick being the Professor X, because you're gonna see this guy.
Yeah.
And he's a tremendous actor. So it's a lot of different elements into how I like change within my movies, and within the culture too. Just the whole thing of it.
I concur with Martin Scorsese and his take on the superhero movies. Like I enjoy them, for what they are. But at the same time, I think that like we got to be careful not to just be making like mindless popcorn movies, because that's kind of what they're becoming to me, and it's sad. Like Joker was the last one I saw that I genuinely like.
R.I.P. Heath Ledger, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. Heath Ledger. But Joaquin Phoenix was a great guy to pick to fill in those shoes, because it really is such a great character. And even then, I think Joker had its flaws, but for a DC movie, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And it was genuinely dark. It wasn't like all these other DC movies where they try to play into the comedy a little too much.
Yeah, it was believable that he really had that problem, and that's why he was laughing, because he was feeling emotion. And
the tone of the film was done really well, and it felt like a genuine like piece of something. Like the people who made it believed in it, whereas other DC movies nowadays, it's like maybe
too many different writers have their own opinions, just fucks everything up.
Well, even Justice League, right there. I mean, you have it's such a weird kind of situation the way that these movies are produced. Like you have one director there half the time, and then another director there because of some situation, and now you have a movie that's but because of the time constraints and all these actors you got involved, they feel so pressured to put the movie out. They could have just waited another year and gotten that Snyder cut.
That's all they had to do.
But that's kind of the way that these businesses operate.
They want their money, and it was perfect timing.
And, like Avengers, those movies were great. Yeah. I think Marvel is really on top of their game for the most part. I think that DC is in a constant game of catch-up with Marvel, because Marvel seems to really lead the tone. Like, the only reason they did all that humor is because Marvel had so much humor in their movies.
Yeah.
So it's almost like Marvel's very ahead of the curve, but it's going to be really interesting to see what they do moving forward. Because now we got this.
Scared.
Yeah, now we got Phase 4, I believe.
Yeah, I believe we're in Phase 4.
Yeah.
Stan Lee's gone. Rest his soul.
R.I.P. But he was the mastermind.
Yeah, I'm a miss, honestly, his cameos and how he normally makes suggestions for the Easter eggs in the movies, but they said, and I don't know if this is true, so I'm not going to try to confirm anything, but they said Deadpool supposed to be replacing Stan Lee doing the cameos now.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, so at least you're gonna get something, and then you know what I'm saying, like it's funny too, because he's gonna make it funny, like. So yeah, you gotta get something good. I just hope the storyline. I know where say losing Chadwick. You know what I'm saying, the original Black Panther. RPM.
Oh, that'll be interesting too.
Yeah, so it's like what they're gonna do with that. Like I don't necessarily see his sister taking over, because that kind of like defeats purpose. Actually having the Black Panther as what his original mission was, and how do you change that? But we'll see how Marvel goes. I got somewhat faith in them that they're not gonna go from being at their highest points, make all these good movies and telling this great storyline just to hit rock bottom and not please their fans. I mean, that'd be almost like how fucking the anime world had to live through fucking Dragon Ball Evolution.
Well, you gotta know that like they found a formula that works, and so it's just a matter of them like not. Because now they got Disney Plus.
Yep.
And so whoever's paying for Disney Plus is already paying for it. I mean, they're trying to push everything towards streaming. And then you got this situation, like, to me, movies are an experience, and you go and you have an experience. And so I'm just really hoping it doesn't become this watered down, like you just said, kind of like this, they went from here and now they're here. Because, like, they really were, they laid the groundwork for a cinematic universe. They did that. Like they said, Phase 1, and they announced all these movies. No one had ever done that before. Yeah. And they did it so well. I think the whole Avengers arc is one of the coolest possible things in cinema. And that's why it's like, the Scorsese thing goes both ways. Because I can't remember what he exactly said, but he was saying how these movies aren't really movies. Yeah. And it's like, in a way, they're more similar to TV shows, where you have all these episodes building up towards this finale. But they did it with movies. So, and they did it so well. Like, you go back through and you see the Infinity Stone and, like, the freaking first Iron Man, and you're like, wait a minute. wait a minute. And stuff like that, that's what really just opens my mind to what you can do with this type of thing. And it's also based on the ideas that are laid out in the comics. Like they're drawing from this endless content and making something out of it. It's just they got to be careful because it's real easy to lose the heart in that and just start pumping movies out. And it's like also they did something they shouldn't have done where they raised the stakes so high. It's like, what are you going to do now? Like Thanos was going to kill half the world. And that was like going up and up and up from the first Avengers. Like first Avengers, New York. Second Avengers, a whole city's in the air. Third Avengers, now Thanos is trying to kill humankind. Yeah. So it's like, what are we doing next? And it's like a storytelling problem now. So I'm really interested to see how they carry out the next Avengers. I think that's when everybody's going to have their eyes back on Marvel. As soon as they announce and they start saying, like, yeah, we're going to have Spider-Man, we're going to have the X-Men, and then we see the X-Men movie and we see the Spider-Man movie starts becoming real. Another thing is they're redoing Fantastic Four a third time.
Again.
A third time. And so, and that'll give us the real recasting thing, because last time the only thing they really tried with was the actors. They got like Miles Teller and who's that guy who played the Human Torch?
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, and you know what?
He was Killmonger.
That's funny. He was Killmonger. Now I think about it.
They did like Chris Evans. He's fucking was Captain America.
Yeah.
So I get why they had to recast, but they.
That's funny how they had two people play the Human Torch and other Marvel characters, and they're both different actors.
Yeah, literally.
Like, what are the odds? And they're both, like, main characters, too. Like, you got a supervillain, and then you got the other one that was freaking Captain America, which is also a trip. If you go back and watch the original Fantastic Four and you see Captain America as Human Torch.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
It's like...
You're supposed to have a shield right now.
Yeah, exactly. and that's the part I just sit there and think, like, okay, we can't allow any more of these mistakes.
And it's so corporate, dude, that I bet you they're going to bring Captain America back. I bet you. After that moment, they'll be like, oh, yeah, well, it's a different universe as Captain America, so we're allowed to bring him back this way.
Well, yeah.
They'll do something like that, and it'll be like a cop-out. It's like, you sent his character off.
Yep.
But you know that they got to bring Robert Downey Jr. back at least once.
Yep, they're going to bring him back.
They got to bring Captain America back at least once.
Yeah, why not bring Thanos back too while we're at it?
Why not? He got his head cut off, but I mean,
why not
bring him back?
Bring him back.
It's like the Star Wars issue. Like I'm not following them super hard. But one of the biggest issues with the newer Star Wars movies is that they literally brought back one of the main villains that was killed off in the earlier movies. And how do they explain it? They just say, well, he's back. And I just feel like the Disney writers, like, they're so invested in just nostalgia, and people are just going to buy the movie no matter what. And it just kills me, because to me, filmmaking is itself a beautiful thing. It's so much. That's why I like Joker so much, because I've been so kind of burnt out on these movies, and then you see something like Joker that's completely different. It's a character study. Yeah. And I was like, wow, okay, so you still can have superhero movies that explore serious topics in a genuine, resonant way. Yeah. Because, I mean, now half the time it's like, girl power, Wonder Woman, and that's the story. Yeah. Like, that's the plot.
Yeah. Now, even like the last Wonder Woman, like that movie to me, like it was the
1984 one?
It was more like a love movie. I feel like I was watching The Notebook.
I heard a lot of people were not impressed. Like, even they liked it less than the first movie.
The first movie was perfect. Mm-hmm. You couldn't get no better. If you want to make a Wonder Woman movie, you make it like the first one. Mm-hmm. The second one, that could have been a fucking series. They could have just put on fucking
Lifetime.
Lifetime. Because that's really what it was. They could have fucking just did a deal with NBC or with Paramount and just put it on there. It would have saved everybody. Well, I mean, it was on just HBO Max, which is, it was just on there. So for you, like you went to the movies to go see it and waste your time leaving home. But, a lot of people's expectations were set high. It's a couple of movies that you could like fuck up from the original and make different. Like, I'm going to give an example. The Rob Zombie version of Halloween. That right there wasn't meant to be like the original take of Halloween. That right there was literally the mind of fucking a guy who made Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpse. And that was his mind put into this movie. So the first two, Halloween 1 and 2, those count, but they don't count because that was just his idea. That was his mindset of it. You can look at it as it counts, but you know, everybody is entitled to make those one little, you know what I'm saying, mistakes out of it. And then you got to go back in and then you just redo a whole reboot.
Yeah. Well, and I think that there's, you know, I don't like how they reboot so many things, but at the same time, you could do some cool stuff with some reboots. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real. I mean, you could bring back some movies. You could really make them pop. I mean, some movies aren't meant to be brought back, but I think that, like, you know, it's if you're going to do it, it's like what you just said. You got to do it like the Rob Zombie way.
Yeah.
Like, you got to take that idea and turn it into your own idea. It's like covering a song.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to copy the other person. You kind of like a shot for shot. That would just be boring.
Yeah.
But to turn it into your own vision is to basically create something entirely new out of it.
Yeah, have your own fucking twist to it. I feel like that right there was just made more interesting because either way, if you watch the
And you're not going to make the 80s Halloween movies again.
Yeah,
That ain't happening.
Them days,
Those days are gone, dude.
Yeah, them days are done. Like, so how he did it for like 2007 to 2009, I believe it was.
I'm surprised those were 10 years ago. I remember when those came out. I didn't realize it was that long.
I was in fucking 10th grade.
I saw one at a drive-in. I think I saw the second one at a drive-in.
Me too.
Yeah.
US 23. They played it there.
Probably the same drive-in.
Probably. Yep. Went there. I remember seeing it, and I was just like, wow. I was a fucking horny little bastard. I just wanted to see some tits like the first movie. That's what I was waiting for. I didn't care about the kill. I'm just like, just take her blouse off.
What's a horror movie without some tits? I mean,
exactly. Look how Freddy versus Jason starts. Fuck off.
You're right.
Yeah, look how that starts off. Like, she sits there.
It's been like this since the 80s.
Yeah, you have to have some ass or some tits in a fucking movie. Like, yeah, you got to.
It's really true. I mean, it's kind of like it's on the list. Like, there's got to be some dumbass who dies pretty stupid. He does something stupid, and the whole time you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the other part of it is you got to have some boobs. I think that, you know, only few directors can break out of this mold, such as like a Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
He's like one of the only people who can make a horror movie that's like not any of those things that still is a good horror movie.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just like something about the formula, you know, like where are the boobs at?
Yeah. Jordan Peele's movies just make you fucking think.
I agree. I think he doesn't even really make horror alone.
Yeah.
He kind of like the way he approached Get Out, it's like a horror, drama, comedy kind of thing. It's like a cocktail.
Yeah.
All of those things. And I think someone like him is a really interesting guy because he came from improv comedy. So it's like there's just so much creativity, I think, in there.
And
the other one's Us. That's the other one I saw.
Yeah.
I like that one even more than Get Out, actually.
Yeah. Us. So we're talking about a guy who makes black people think about themselves and look at themselves and their own actions.
Yeah.
And also made interracial couples nervous to go home. And look, For you interracial couples out there who've seen that movie, if you can, drop in the comments. I want to know, what was your expression? You think you're going to go see this crazy horror movie? Because they didn't promote it like how the ending or none of that was going to be.
I think that movie was about a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Yeah, that's one of them.
Just imagine, if you're a black guy who dated a white girl, or a black girl who dated a white guy.
An awkward date.
Yeah, you just had to go. It was probably their first date. And they went home, or that car ride. Like, so
what do you think of the movie? Did you like it?
Did you like it?
They're like looking out the window, like questioning everything.
Every fucking thing and shit.
Like, damn, bro, was I born in the right country?
Right. You know, like, I wasn't supposed to go see your parents this weekend, you know, and I don't know now, like, but it makes you, and that was his idea, though.
Yeah.
You know, get you uncomfortable and take you out of the element, but it's like we alluded to before, controversy creates cash.
Yes.
And it wasn't that big of a controversy, but it made people think, and made you look at the other side of it, because initially.
Same thing with Get Out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because when you look at that type of stuff initially, you're sitting there thinking like.
Or were you talking about Us, or were you talking about Get Out?
I was talking about Get Out.
Oh, Get Out. You're 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, that white girl, she was wild. You wouldn't trust her for a second.
Yeah.
But like she was evil. I'm just thinking about that phone call with the friend when she's like not emoting at all, and she's talking to him, and he's like, "Where my friend at, girl? This bitch lying.
This bitch lying." Like, that's what, damn, I knew it. They're in there doing evil sex slave shit with my friend.
Fucking white people, dude. Fucking white people, man.
They're doing evil sex slave shit. I remember when I went to go see that movie. Cause I'm gonna explain. Literally, because the trailer, and you might have not looked at the trailer like this, but in the trailer, when before the movie came out, it literally just shows a whole bunch of white people fucking up a black guy. So I got mad when I first seen the trailer. I'm like, we're showing this in America?
Like, what is this?
Like, what is this? He's on a chair, his eyes are about to pop out.
That's probably what Jordan Peele wanted you to
do. And it got like over 100 rating in Rotten Tomatoes before it even dropped out. So when I went to the Cortland to go see it, me and my cousin, and it's probably about maybe a handful of black people in there with us.
Yeah.
So I'm in the very front. I was, well, and then they're like, I see a whole fan, they're grabbing the popcorn, they're all happy and shit. But when it got to the end of the movie, they don't know what they in for. When they got to the end of the movie, they cut the lights on. When I tell you, every person, except for the black people, were just sitting there in shock with their mouths open. They just sat. All the white people that was in the front and the back, they just sat there in their seats. They couldn't wait to get out the fucking movie theater fast enough. They're like, "That's it? That's how it's gonna end?" I hear a guy yelling in the back. I was like, "Let's get out here before a riot breaks." But it was so funny.
The whites couldn't handle it, man.
It was so funny, though, dude, because at the end of the day, because how he made the fucking trailer, you wouldn't expect that. Because that would have just gave away the whole movie, just explain the ending of it.
I think, too, he's a really good director because he does that kind of thing where the whole movie, yeah, you could take it literally, but it's obviously about the ideas that he's presenting. Like, you know, it's not like he's literally talking about a black guy who went to somebody's house and got abducted. Yeah. It's more of a metaphor. Yeah. And when you look at it that way, it's powerful.
Yeah, it is. And so many people would turn against, like some dude, his wife is white. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like he's one of the people who has an open mind. He's not looking at race. He's just making you think about, because he knows there's a couple things kind of like talk about with like I think he was talking about with like Jay Leno, I believe it was, like what makes a good, you know what I'm saying, show. And like controversy, sex, drugs, violence, hell, race. If you throw that in the topic of conversation, politics, anything that's supposed to make people feel uncomfortable is going to catch people's attention. And if 100 people get pissed about it, you know, if you promote to 1,000 people or 100,000 people, they're going to feel the same way, but they're going to buy into it. Now you're trending. Now you're a conversation.
Well, and it's about making it genuinely true to what you're trying to represent in an unfiltered way. Like, you know, somebody like him is going to make that movie regardless of what your reaction is going to be, because it's more about what he has to say with the movie. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, of course people are going to be offended because it's about race. I mean, anything about race nowadays, they feel like they got to like be on one side or the other.
Oh, dear, I can't listen to him. I mean, shit. I mean, I can sit here and watch fucking Django Unchained and laugh my ass off.
Dude, Quentin Tarantino, he is such an interesting guy because he's more down with black culture than half of the people, than any of the people who even criticize him for what he does on movies that is apparently offensive. Yeah. Like, he's more honest about it than them, and he respects it. Like, you can tell, dude. His song choices are so non-white. Like, he's so good at like picking songs from black culture that are so good, and he sees there's something, to me, more appealing than like what you would even call, I guess, black culture, because it's like, what is that compared to white culture? It's like jazz, bruh. It's like R&B. It's just vibing. Like, it's literally all those things where it's much more, I guess, just, I don't know. There's much more jazz in it, I think. And like somebody like Tarantino owns that. He takes that and he turns that into a freaking Western about Jamie Foxx. Yeah. And he makes, and I would consider that to be more powerful than you know, if he were to not be so vulgar in his representation. You know, it's just being genuine. Like, you would have experienced all of that, and it would have offended you, and you would not have wanted to hear those things. Yeah. But it's like, you have to portray it in an honest way. Tarantino is the shit, man.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker, man. He can take something from nothing, put it together. I know him, fucking Wes Craven. You know what I'm saying? Like all these artists, all these geniuses, man. They
Wes Craven. Don't make me think about Nightmare on Elm Street. Man.
Well, we're not gonna go back to that shit because
every time I think about that, I'm gonna have that run by my brain.
Fuck, it just got hot in here when I thought about that.
You said Wes Craven.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Oh boy, not that crazy bitch, man. But Wes
Craven changed her life. You know, he changed that girl's life.
Changed her fucking life.
Without
man.
Wes Craven, she would be craving something else.
And I'm still like friends with her on the fucking book too. Like it's fucked up.
Hey, shout out you if you're out here, baby.
Yeah. You're
call me. Give me a call sometime.
Yeah. I think.
Let's talk Freddy.
Yeah, let's talk. Oh, don't tell her that.
Hey, I know I'm probably shooting myself in the foot right now.
Hey, you know the crazy thing is too, like for you and the eyes know, she was a black chick.
Oh, I mean, hey, power to her.
You just, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't just think, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, no, black girls get down like that. Because none of the ones I met like that, but she was different.
She's not like the other girl.
She's not like the other black chick. She wanted Freddy Krueger, and you couldn't tell that bitch no different.
That girl wanted a Freaky Friday.
Yes. Ooh. I'm not talking about the one from Chris Brown, Lil Dicky.
I ain't talking no Lindsay Lohan.
Not Lindsay Lohan. She wanted the real fucking Freaky Freddy Friday fucker, whatever you wanted to do to her. You want to fuck her? Dress up as Freddy Krueger and inbox her. I'm telling you. Let me stop promoting that shit.
You hit him up and he'll give you her name. He'll give you all of this, and then you just send her a Freddy DMs.
Nah.
Don't do that.
Nah.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
But hit him up and maybe.
She's like, why do I get all these DMs?
They're all Freddy. Dude should be getting excited. Should be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
My kink is coming true.
She'll probably fuck you. I'm not lying.
I'll tell you, if you go on like if she were to go on Tinder and put that in her bio, she'd probably find at least one guy with the same thing.
You know what's fucked?
Probably a guy out there for her.
There's somebody. You know what's gonna be fucked up? I get famous soon, and this podcast get out because you know it's gonna you get famous. You know everybody go back look at your original shit.
Yeah,
she's gonna probably even see it even more. Gonna be like, you son of a bitch.
That's one of my goals. That's one of my goals in life. Is that the things I said that I didn't even think people would see, they're gonna see.
Yeah, but who cares? At the end of the day, you gonna be fucking bold enough to fucking say something. I'm exercising my fucking First Amendment.
And girl, you know what? I'm proud of you for being that into Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for being your own personal.
Some people just don't enjoy the world that much, and you know how to have fun.
Yeah. You turned on by this, aren't you?
She gonna be hitting you back up like, hey, that was nice what you said.
Yeah, so
you want to hang out sometime?
Yeah, does he have
hear what's on in the background?
Yeah, do you want to?
Like murder sounds going on.
Man, look, just think you don't got to pay that much for a fucking date with a person like that. Just pop in a fucking Freddy movie and have a couple little Doritos or some shit.
It's just great because it sounds like a bit. Like it sounds like something to be like, yeah, I had this girl once. But I just imagine, like, you really went through that trauma. Like, you had that phone call one day, and you said, I'm never going to forget this. I'm never going to be able to...
It's a fucking real story. And somebody, like...
That's an experience that only you and a few other lucky men got to have.
Yeah, me, exactly. Anybody who dated her, if they knew, they knew. But me and my homeboy...
It's so damn specific, dude.
It's literally... That shit literally happened to me. Without giving out too much information, I remember the exact date, everything that fucking happened, because... You remember shit like that that's just fucking abnormal.
And it just, it makes me think, like, with like, what's worse? If somebody's into furries or if somebody's into Freddy Krueger?
Yeah,
like,
true.
what is more of a sign of something being a little strange up there?
Yeah.
Which one? Because honestly, I think Freddy Krueger might be. If I saw that girl and then I saw a furry, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with him.
Yeah, I'll pick that option, but some
because she might kill me and get turned on.
Exactly, and some females, you gotta be careful, guys.
Kill me.
They got weird fetishes, like
what if you kept on that relationship with that girl and she's like, all right, stab me.
Exactly.
Just stab me. And you're like, and you're like holding the knife. You're like, should I stab her? You're in the moment.
You know what? I'm gonna give you guys kind of conclude on that a bit, and Fuck
These are real dilemmas.
These are real. I'm gonna tell you a story about how I dated a fucking dominatrix at age 16.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was fucking 32.
You are just having some life experience.
I was 16. She was 32.
You have lived.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And she was a fucking dominatrix, and I'm a young motherfucker, so you know, I didn't know what the fuck a lot of shit was. This bitch, so I'm over her house.
She's just introducing you to the world.
Yeah, with a fucking trying to burn me with a candle. Ooh. She thought it was sexy if she poured hot candle wax on her man's chest, or if I sat there and I whip her like a government mule.
Okay. And you're 17.
16.
16.
Well,
it sounds like this might be an older woman as well.
Yeah, she was 32.
Okay. 32. Right. You said, okay, so
32. I was 16. That's fucked up.
And here we are.
I had all this mustache, beard. They ain't know. So
might as well be 20.
Might as well be about 20, 21. Fuck it. So I'm over
This is living.
This is entirely living a life as a fucking 16. You're with an older woman. She's cooking for you. She's fucking giving you money. But in exchange, she wants you to whip her like she's in fucking 1978.
You had a sugar mama.
Yeah, pretty much. With a little extra kink to it.
A BDSM sugar mama.
Yes. And when she got to the point, we didn't fuck. Because I told her, I said, I'm still a virgin. I'm not having fucking sex.
That's very respectable.
Yeah, I'm respecting my elders at this point because, you know, I just want the
As you drip candle wax.
I just want the fucking money. I wanted to get them 75-cent brownies in the fucking cafeteria and get like a $50 bill and get in all ones and walk around school like, yeah, bitch, I got you. Like one of them old sugar dads. Like, yeah, I got you. What you need,
God.
And when she came out, she was dressed like in the black leather, the boots with the long, like her heel was like this fucking long, dude. Swear to God, this fucking long. She walks out telling me, she's like, well, we're going to get busy. I want you to give me the Supreme.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not, without being too explicit. You know what the Supreme is? It's a term for a sexual maneuver in the 70s.
He's about to give her a Supreme.
Yeah, well, I was like...
And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there like we're having fucking Supreme burgers. Let's go on. I'm a little fat fuck, so I ain't care. So she's coming door. She's massaging my head, and you know I kind of.
This is a strange situation.
So I'm always a curious motherfucker. I don't know why. I'm a little bit chill now that I'm older, but then I was super fucking curious. So I'm just leaning. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, rubbing her ass and shit. And I'm seeing how far she's going to go. So she goes into the kitchen. She pulls out candles. I'm like, oh, this is so what's it going to be? I thought it was going to be on that type of shit. She comes towards me with it. Shit like she's fucking Mary Joseph or some shit. And she is trying to say, hey, bitch.
Oh, no. She went for you first.
She was just like you got to take this. I'm like, I don't got to take shit. But she stopped. And I think, you know what, I think she probably thought, like, let me just stop it. This fucking kid goes home and tells his mom. And good night, Sally. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be over. So that was some fucked up shit. I won't get into too much of it because it was fucked up, but I didn't sleep with that woman.
He did not sleep with that woman.
I did not sleep with her.
I swear, officer, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman at all. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not Bill Clinton, baby, but you know, it wasn't me.
You know, I used to think that it was, like, pretty rare for people to have experiences like that, but I've heard enough podcasts now where I'm like, you know what? I think, like, 50% of people probably went through some weird stuff when they were kids.
I'm a pretty interesting motherfucker, dude. The more you talk to me, the more you'll see it. And that's why I'm the rock star rebel, dude. Like, I'm just...
Ooh, rock star rebel.
Yeah, I live life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I piss excellence, you know what I'm saying?
I piss excellence.
Word to Ricky Bobby, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was a Ricky Bobby reference. If you ain't first, you're last, boy.
If you're not first, you're fucking last.
Oh, mad respect.
And that kind of machismo is kind of how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? Some call it arrogant.
In the movie, it's a joke, but honestly, he's right.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's true.
In the terms of a legend, Kid Rock, it ain't cocky if you do it and you back it up, boy.
Ooh.
Exactly. So,
Kid Rock's another friggin' legend.
That's another
in terms of, and like being yourself. That man has never changed.
Yeah.
He has never changed. He is just freaking. He's just a dude. He is a rock star.
Yeah.
Like if anybody lives that rock star lifestyle, it's freaking Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Like, not once has that man like stepped off that friggin' level.
Yeah, you could tell the ones like that really just they genuinely, you know what I'm saying? This is who they are. This ain't just a
cowboy baby.
Cowboy baby. See, you're about to scratch that. We're not doing a country album. We're gonna do a rock album.
We'll do both at the same time.
We'll do both, which is actually a goal of mine too. So anybody that's learning me, my name's Jay Statz.
We gotta be careful with that country rap. We gotta be careful.
Yeah. We
pretty soon we're rapping about dip.
Yeah. We're rolling down the street and we keep that zip. I got a 4 or 5 pack, then it's light on my hip. Woo!
Yeah!
Freestyle bitch, and you know that's fast
That's
because
right.
you run it with Ruse and the boy J Statz.
You said, you know, I got myself a little girl. I'm gonna put her in the tractor and give it a whirl. We're gonna take ourselves right around the wheel. We're gonna go right down the field. I said, ooh, it's country. Said, ooh, it's country. I said, ooh, it's country. And if you don't know, hop up in a tractor, baby. I'ma show y'all a little bit after baby said, ooh, that's country.
Baby.
That's country.
Baby.
That's country.
Baby.
That's track number 1 off our album.
Number 1 off the album called some
That's
Here
country.
We Are, Hillbilly, There We Is.
Ooh!
Here we are, Hillbilly, there it is.
Here we are, hillbilly. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Oh,
Get her
there
done.
it is. Get her done.
Get her done, boys.
Shout out Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy.
My inspiration.
One of the funniest motherfuckers to him and Jeff Foxworthy for Blue Collar Television. The funniest motherfucker. What are you doing?
Honestly,
peeing.
yes, man. That blue collar comedy, nothing compares.
Hey, you're peeing on my boots. That was I thought it was the funniest shit when I was a kid.
Honestly though, where is Jeff Foxworthy nowadays? I haven't seen that man around in a minute. Same with Larry the Cable Guy. Now I think about it.
I mean, they're probably enjoying the fruits of their labor. They've been doing shit since the 90s. Them motherfuckers, man.
They're just chilling in a cabin somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt. They probably said they're just growing their beard out, arguing with their wives.
Drinking some milk that expired 2 days ago.
Exactly. Letting off a couple of farts to crack your back. You know about that one. You know, that is funny right there. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are. That one's funny right there. You cannot sit there and say that shit ain't fucking funny. Like, even Tyler Perry recognized it. Like, I gotta put this motherfucker in the motherfucking movie because this nigga funny.
For real.
I got to. Because he's that fucking guy. And you gotta respect everything. And I love culture. See, and a lot of people get that shit twisted so much because they look at me as a person. They're like, you can't laugh to them type of movies. You can't listen to this type of music. You don't fucking know me. For people who don't, if you go back and you watch this podcast, you just learned a whole bunch of shit about me.
Learn yourself. And then go back and learn yourself some more.
Yeah, exactly. Go back and learn some more. Find your damn self. Because me, I'm comfortable with who I am. I know who I am. I know what I can do. And at the same time, I'm the rock star rebel, baby. I have fucking fun. I'm fucking Nickelback mixed with fucking whatever you want to call it. I'm fucking Nirvana. I'm fucking... I wouldn't necessarily sit there and say Run DMC too. They were kind of like Rebel Rowdy too. You know what I'm saying? We could do a little bit of.
We can have a little bit of that in there.
You know what I'm saying? A
little dash of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Alice in Chains. You know what I'm saying? Some down, no, 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 no. The man in the box. Buried in my shit. Won't you come and save me?
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
That's my fucking shit. You play that in the motherfucking party, you better just stand the fuck back.
That's party music right there.
You play
Y'all
Man
can
in
play
the
Cardi B all you want, but I know my party music,
I dare any black person out, if you do a party, play Man in the Box. I bet you everything that card table getting flipped over.
Everybody else is just standing there like not knowing whether they should dance, and you're just fucking yeah, bro.
Look. I've been around motherfuckers who really party. That's why I'm the rock star fucking Rebel J Statz, because I've been around people who actually know how to fucking party. You know, you could go at a party like carrying out a roof. I'll turn up to that shit too. I came from the crunk era, so I'm used to Little John, East Side Boys, yeah. Okay. What? Okay. So I'm used to this wild, flamboyant, like I got fucking Tourette's type style.
I had someone recently tell me that in my last podcast, actually, Elijah Wan and Damon Compton, they said
shout out Elijah Wan and Damon
Shout
Compton.
out, y'all. They said I act like I'm on natural Adderall, and I took that as one of the best compliments because it's like, thank you. Like, I'm glad to know that my energy is just like that. I'm glad to know, because it's like, if it ain't that, bro, I ain't there.
If it ain't that, then we're not there. You can tell I'm a music person, because I can sit here and make a song about anything and perfect it.
That's country.
That's country, baby. You can sell me all the greens of that girl. See, I'm about to get started already. Fuck it. But anyways, though.
I was ready. I'm like, where are we going now?
When I lost that tone, I was like, fuck it. It was there when I did this. Then I lost it.
We just got to bring that country back. Anybody got a cigar? Anybody got a cigar in here?
Give me a corn cob pot, buddy. I love that shit. Word to my granddaddy, rest in peace, buddy. But yeah, man, like, just be yourself, people. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Jay Statz. I'm a motherfucking rock star. I like to have fun.
And that's how you lead a party, man.
Yeah. And the thing is,
you just be yourself.
And the crazy thing about it is, bro, I don't even got to be high or drunk to do it. Because if this is me. I'm sober as shit. So.
Well, it's like we were saying before, we get high off each other, man. It's like interacting with the person and having that bouncing off, it makes you want to go farther, I think. Like, because it's hard to just be by yourself and just be like, unless you're writing a song or unless you have a goal in mind. But it's like, if you're with somebody, or especially at a party, it's like, let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. Look, we're here right now. We're here. Why are we here? I don't know. Let me show you.
like the Wyatt family, we're here, and I want people just to realize, you know what I'm saying, when you around me, I'm turned up, I'm lit to the max. I have my chill moments, but I'm able to elevate the party. If your party's here, I'll bring it there. Book me. I do comedy, I rap, sing, every fucking thing. So you know what I'm saying.
You're gonna be doing like a 15-minute set.
Hell yeah, I do tags, every fucking thing, dude. I
bet you can do stand up, man. I haven't even heard it, but I know you could, because you got the stories to boot. Yeah. Like, I bet you just pulling them stories out your ass, man, like, look, one after another.
People have told me, like, so, like, when I do break into, like, the music and shit, like, I do plan on getting to acting, and I plan on doing a couple of comedy movies too. I want to actually do that shit, because my shit, and I'm gonna show you this TikTok video.
I'm gonna be the hip hop Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, exactly. Shout out to Adam Sandler too. That motherfucker's
my homie.
Hell yeah.
Everybody hates on Adam Sandler, but like, bro, that man is a mad genius.
He has his own fucking shit. So
he's a musician on the side.
Yeah.
Like, you just hear Waterboy alone, but like, he's done so many music things along the way, but like, you can just see so much in him. It's like what you're saying, like, you're not just a rapper. Yeah. Like, once you get there, you want to do other things even. You want to expand. Yeah, because you know it's in you.
It's kind of like Jack Black, Jamie Foxx. Look at him.
Dude, I know I could be in movies. I just need some friend that's a director that would put me in a movie. Literally, I've been begging. So, yo, you know what? Anybody watching this podcast in Flint, producing films, both of us, we'll play parts.
Do it. I got it right now.
Bruh, please, give me something to do.
Let me do it. I'll even come with my own pair of pants.
Yeah, man. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
This would be on my resume. You're doing me a favor.
Yeah, exactly. and you know, the crazy thing is, we are walking anomalies. We are things that weren't supposed to happen, but it's fucking happening.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? I can cut promos, every fucking thing, but it's real.
I used to do that as a kid. I used to because me and my friends would always do professional wrestling, and so I'd be like, tell me to something to cut a promo on, and I'm gonna do it right now.
I'm a AEW, WWE, New Japan. I still watch that shit. So I think that even draws a lot to how like I'm able to talk and communicate.
I think that there's people who hate on professional wrestling and all this, and you can call it whatever you want. But if anything, it is good storytelling in professional wrestling is amazing. Like when you see something like Brett or Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, and like those matches. Oh man, the magic that was there at that time.
WrestleMania 25.
Can you imagine being there? Yeah. Or just like I got into wrestling right after that, so I didn't experience that. But just seeing that, it just feels like there are actual stakes, and the way that someone like that's great at cutting promos, like The Rock. The reason The Rock is The Rock is because he could go out there off of nothing, literally just he looks at your face. And then he's like calling you a smack dab baby jabroni.
Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't matter what you think.
He was so good at it. And he's still so good at it.
Do the eyebrow.
So somebody like him, just it makes me realize like the magic of storytelling. Even. Yeah. Like what we were saying about creating characters.
Yep.
Like the best professional wrestlers do that.
That teaches you. That teaches you. Have you ever been to a live wrestling event?
Only a couple times.
Watching on TV does really no justice.
Yes.
If you go to a live event, because I've been to fucking WrestleMania.
It's weird because it's not like they're just doing it, but you want to cheer.
It's entertainment. Because my first time,
you boo the heels, you cheer the faces, like you're just doing it. You're there.
Me and my boy Matt, we always go to wrestling events. Like we're planning one next month, so well, you want to?
Where what promotion is it?
I believe.
Is it a local thing? It's even more fun when it's local because like they're trying extra hard.
Yeah, it's out in the country. We're in the sticks with it. We gas up, get some food, get some drinks. You know what I'm saying? I get water. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you get, and we gas up. We go on the E-way. We go out to the country. We're in the sticks. We're in the city area, and we go to these independent
and we see
shows.
Some professional wrestling.
And we watch and it be in the fans, the energy, everybody there. Like it's the most.
It's got a great community around.
Yeah, it does have a great community because it's not all the politics, it's not all the racism, it's not all the bullshit. I mean, you get some of that stuff wherever else, but we're here to see two combatants really go square at it. You know what I'm saying? And to have that type of emotion and somebody being entertained as much as you're entertained and following on, hey buddy, you see that? Or the person next to you in front of you, y'all all cheering and booing at the same time. Somehow you just connect with that community and that brings people together. So whatever is entertaining brings people together. It's family fun. It's always, you got your blood and gore and shit in there too. So it got a lot of action. Whatever has all these good elements into it, and it's a safe environment too, you can't fucking beat it. And you know what I'm saying? That's one of my first loves of the music is being in the like the sports entertainment industry.
That was one of the first arts I think I really got into as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's like the imagination of it even. Like we all know watching it, like even a little kid knows in a way, like it's not entirely real.
Yeah.
But there's just something about like that and then just rolling with it that's like it's like eye-opening almost. Like it doesn't have to be real.
Yeah.
Like you still feel things.
But look at Jeff Hardy.
Oh, and then you see this sheer athleticism in some of these guys.
Yeah, who the fuck you cannot fake? Because I watched him get on top of a motherfucking ladder and do a fucking
was that
swan
Edge that he did that through?
Yeah, that was Edge. He swan him. Yeah, I was there for that. He swan.
You were there?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yep. That was WrestleMania 23, the Money in the Bank match.
You saw that live?
Yes, I literally watched fucking Jeff Hardy. I'm in the cheap seats, the nosebleeds, but I see him. God. He's climbing up this tall.
And that's nothing like seeing it on TV. It's like you're looking over there, and that guy's going up.
It's not doing no justice because they're up close and they got angles and shit, so it doesn't look like it's that tall.
And just something about the TV just like disconnects you from it.
Yeah. But when you're there, and he's really climbing the biggest ladder.
I'd be anxious. I would actually feel anxiety for him.
Yeah, I did. And I can imagine people in the front row, and I'm watching this guy who you see how big Jeff is. Like he's, you know what I'm saying? He's like a normal sized guy. So he's climbing this ladder.
That's one of the craziest spots he's ever done,
at the top. And I just see him just swanton, just laying on top of edge, and you hear it. I'm at the very top at Ford Field, and you'll hear it's like a crack. That's all you hear. And then you just hear over 80,000 people just screaming.
The act of it being at a WrestleMania must just be an experience, man.
It's what. Well, I got there actually when the Money in the Bank started, and I got a chance to see the Undertaker come out, was
that the one that Edge won?
That's the one that not RVD, but Mr. Kennedy won.
Oh, that was one of the first ones, man.
That was in Detroit when it was hair versus hair, Mr. McMahon versus Donald Trump, hair versus hair, Bobby Lashley.
You saw that match?
Yep, I saw that match. I seen fucking Trump tackle Mr. McMahon. It was so funny. Stone Cold.
That is literally modern history.
Yes.
Donald Trump being on WWE television in a hair match is just... That's America.
Yeah.
That's America right there.
Literally. Stone Cold stunners them. Then I seen...
Oh, that was such a... Okay, what else was in that WrestleMania?
Oh, yeah. John Cena versus the DX Shawn Michaels on top of that.
God.
That was the main event that Cena won.
Dude, WWE used to be so cool.
Yeah. That right there was like some of the most...
Was that still Thuganomics, or was that right after?
That was like when he was doing like the whole chain gang thing. Yeah.
Still Thuganomics.
Yeah, so still like the chain gang thing.
When he was freestyling?
Yeah, when he was like still with the spinner belt.
That's my favorite John Cena.
Yeah, so he was still out there doing that.
Yeah.
And that right there was like one of the most now leaving the fucking stadium, and that was hell. But just
dude, I can only imagine.
Imagine 80,000 people all packed into Ford Field. And you have to get out. Like we left at the end. Well, we left at the main event because I told my cousin, I'm like, dude, we can't be here. He's like, I agree. He said because you got people here from all over. Like it was one of Detroit was so.
And you left early and you still had the time.
Yes, we left early and I'm glad we did because it was pandemonium. But just to have that experience. I remember when Raw and SmackDown came to Flint. I met Kane, Big Show. I fucking met Chris Benoit before he killed his whole family.
Holy shit, yeah. Back when he was like, people respected him.
Yeah, and it was just crazy. I'm like right there.
Benoit, he was a name before all that went down. Yeah. Everybody was like thinking Benoit was going to be one of the next big things.
Yeah. And he was getting close to it. It threw me off.
He was probably one of the bigger names we ever met at the time.
Yeah, and it was crazy because I'm just sitting there, I'm literally talking to him. He was United States champion.
Yeah.
And I was like, Chris Benoit, I used to watch you when I was a kid. And he's sitting there having a conversation with me and my sister like we're normal. Then it's crazy because a couple of months later, he fucking kills his family.
Well, it makes you think, like, what was the amount of shit they go through, you know?
Yeah, that's so much.
It's like rigorous.
People want to say, you know what I'm saying, it's fake, but that motherfucker's really taking chair shots to his head.
He had literal brain damage.
Yeah, they say he had Christopher Nowinski, who was a Harvard graduate who used to wrestle, did an autopsy on his brain and said he had the brain of a person who's like in his 70s with dementia.
That is crazy, man.
Because all them chair shots to his head.
I mean, he's like one of the main reasons that the standards in wrestling are so different nowadays.
Yep, you're right.
Somebody like him. I mean, football is still going through the same thing. Like, they're still trying to figure that out because they got so many concussion issues.
Yeah.
But that's like, there's a Will Smith movie.
Concussion?
Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched like 3 times. It's a good movie.
So you recommend it then?
Yeah, I recommend anybody who's like want to know more about like CT and stuff like that and getting concussions with sports and just how it impacts
it's common.
Yeah, it's
especially
common.
In contact sports like
contact sports, no matter what it is, it's not ballet.
And you just smack your head one time, and you could really do some damage. You do that 5 times, you do that once, and then you get back up.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that that's really gonna mess you up.
Yeah. Any people gotta realize, no matter what you're doing, any type of thing that's physical, even swimming, you can tear something.
Oh,
you know
really?
what I'm saying? Yeah, swimming, like if you're not like limber enough, you're not doing right type of training, you're not eating right,
stretching.
Yeah, you can literally tear ligaments and shit like that, just like in your shoulders, your deltoids, every fucking thing. So,
oh my God.
So people gotta realize, like, you know what I'm saying, when these people get out here, it might look simple. Tennis, same thing. You can mess up your wrist, your ankle the wrong way, mess up your patella. Like these, no matter how simple the sport, golf can mess up your hip, your shoulders, everything. No matter how simple the sport is, it comes with some certain small casualties to your body in a sense, because it's wear and tear. Because to be great, you have to be probably doing this shit and practicing for hours on end.
Yeah. Well, and it's like to push yourself to the limit is something that should be done with moderation and responsibility. Like you can push yourself so far, but you really have to know what you're capable of withstanding. I mean, some people are just better at taking a certain amount of things. Like you have people like David Goggins out there who will literally tell you, like, whenever you think you're about to quit, you're at 40% of your limit, and you can your body is capable of keeping on going. Yeah. And I can say from personal experience, like, I feel so much better when I push myself and I just, like, go for a long-ass walk, or I just work out extra long. Like, I say I'm going to do this much, and I just go a little bit farther. So I think that's, like, it's knowing your limits. Because, like, some people, they need to push themselves, but, like, there is a limit, and you could mess yourself up, man. Like, that physical training every single day, every single morning. Single time, man. You can really push yourself a little too far. And so it's like, it's having countermeasures in place, I think, is what's really important. It's like, you can push yourself, but you have to know, like, if I'm going to do that, that's going to make me need these other things too. Like, if I exercise a whole bunch, that means I need to be eating a whole bunch more too, or else I got zero energy. Yeah. And so it's like stuff like that. There's a give and take. But again, it's like that hard work thing. Knowing that you accomplished it is so rewarding. Like, knowing that I can swim from here to here in like 20 seconds, even though it's pushing you to your very limit. So there's both sides, because it's like, what do I do? Do I try as hard as I can and risk it? Or do I not do anything at all and not risk it? Exactly. And there's like, you got to find that magical middle ground with anything, even creating. You can burn yourself out on writing music if you just spend every single minute of every day telling yourself you have to do it, and then you look at this song that you don't really feel like finishing, but you think you have to. It's like that won't come out the way you might want it to because you forced it. And there's something about that. There's something about knowing yourself, I think, even. Yeah. Man, I can't imagine getting a bad concussion like that. Yeah, bro. I hit my head a little hard, and I'm like, oh, man, I need to lay down. I don't know about this. Yeah, it makes you think. So imagine after you recover, you got to go back out there and risk it all over again. Dude, I hit my head like 2 weeks ago. I hit my head on something, and then I was like worried about it. So I had on my Google search, I had like minor concussions, like symptoms. Man, kudos to those people. And I found out that like there are so many people with minor concussions where it didn't hurt them that much at the time, like they were bleeding and it was bad. But then like a week later, they're still getting these like headaches and they can't think straight. And it's like, if you get a concussion, you seriously, like, some people need to check on that right away. Yeah. Like, not everybody can take a concussion like that. Some people are just not built to hit their head. Yeah. You, like, start speaking in a different language all of a sudden. Mashmoonigidango, though. Yeah! That's Dutch. You hit your head and you're just like, you're speaking Somalian. Yeah, there you go. And it's like, okay, all right. Yeah. This is who this is now. I mean, that's the brain is a magical thing, man. That's like what it really why it makes me paranoid, is because I am so thankful for my brain and the fact that it works. And so, like, man, I'm just worried I'm going to hit this bitch and I'm just going to lose something. Well, we're not going to let that happen, because at the end of the day, we need you to put out great music. We're going to get a lobotomy or something. And keep doing these great podcasts, man, because, hey, you've been a great-ass host. You've been a great. Thank you. Is this you wrapping it up? Is that what this is? Oh, yeah, I got it. I see you. I see you out here. That was very smooth. Got to make a little run real quick. Oh, I know you did. My phone been jumping like, wait. Hey, man, I respect how smooth that transition was, because I saw it coming. I felt it coming, then there it was. There it was. It's like when Howie Mandel's about to bring the commercial break, and then he's like, "Well, you're gonna tell me deal or no deal." Right after the commercial break, it's like, "Oh, you got me, Howie."
He used to piss me off for that shit. Catch me. He was Howie Mandel, and I'm end on this. Howie Mandel always used to catch me with that. We're gonna see what you're about to choose right now. Let's see if this is it. Right after commercial break.
There was an episode where he was doing that. And then the lady, he was like about to do it, and she said to him, she went, after the commercial break, and he just turned to the camera and went, and he just pointed. He didn't even say it, because she said it for him. Like, he was building up to it. He was like, so we're going to talk to the bank, or blah, 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 and she just interrupted. She's like, right after the commercial break? Like, damn, girl, you just played Howie's card against him.
You already know what to expect with the great legend, Howie.
Oh, man, Howie Mandel's... If I get on Deal or No Deal, I've accomplished my dream. It's that and Hot Ones. Those are the two shows I would need to get on, and I'm done. My career is done. But anyways, I want you to go right back into that closing statement. Say what you came here to say, my friend, because the people, they're gonna want you back, of course. They loved us. If they stuck around this long, power to them. But let's see what you can pull out for this last little tidbit of information. What do you got to say to the people before you go?
I feel like this is like Jerry Springer's final thought. So yeah. I'm gonna give him that.
Let's get those final thoughts. Jerry Springer style.
Jerry Springer style. So in the world, you come across different people, different walks of life. The one thing that I think we learned and touched on today is never judge a book by its cover. Become yourself. Become the person that you know you could be. Be better than the person you was yesterday, and never let yesterday use up tomorrow. Awesome quote. Awesome quote. And you guys, stay tuned. Tap into his podcast. I know everybody used the word tap in, but actually watch. Check this out. Learn something. You know what I'm saying?
Learn yourself.
Learn yourself. Network. Be better than you was today, so you could be greater as you should tomorrow. I am Jay Statz, and that is what it is, what it do, and that is definitely what it's looking like with the final thought. Thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you so much for being here, sir.
No problem.
I concur with everything you just said.
Too sweet.
I'm going to put it as simply as this, people. The evolution of man does not stop before you. It's always going. It's always happening. And you yourself are capable of showing that evolution to the world in a way that they may have never seen coming, they may have never understood. But within you burns a fire so bright, and all we're doing here is we're putting a match, we're lighting a match, a spark to a fire. We want to see you be an arsonist, my friend. So please, show the world what you're capable of. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you again real soon. I love that musical play out.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Almost as gorgeous as our beautiful fans here.
It was almost from Feed the Children. I love it.
Inspired by
Fit for just 10 cents a day. We'll say that for the next podcast.
In the arms of an angel.
For just
Shout out Sarah McLachlan. Oh, he's about to make me cry. We got to get out of here before I start crying. Thank you guys so much for being here. Ruse Radio, clocking out.